How's it going, everyone?
Yeah.
This is Big Bang Frank of the Network Podcast, and yeah, we're just having a little chat here. So I'm just gonna let everyone else
Oh
take it
yeah,
away
what's
from
up?
here.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking
Yo, my
go.
name is
Let's
Evan. I'm
fucking go.
homosexual. I'm homosexual. I'm
Oh,
looking for a gay boyfriend, so that's why I'm here.
damn, look at you
So,
go. It's 7 8 here. What the quickness? He wants to get
so
paid.
to start this off, I was holding some points for Ohio here.
Go ahead.
Um, a couple of the whole points I was holding for the beginning of the podcast. You were stating that just to reiterate to make sure I don't misquote you or anything. You did state that generally socialized healthcare systems are generally more inefficient.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said everyone has their pros and cons. I mean, there's efficient
Okay.
social health care, but currently with the system we have, you need a high birth rate. What you could already take currently right now, that the birth rates are generally low. We're fixing this with immigration by mass immigrating people soon. But if we keep this up with low birth rates, we're going to have a decline and pretty much immigration war, and thus a collapse of society. This is one of the cons of having social care, healthcare. Even in the States, with ours, we need a 2.2. We're at a 1.7. Japan needs a 2.9. They're at 1.8. I believe Canada needs a 1.82. They're at 1.8. They need like a 2.8. So they're about one person down, and this keeps continuing downwards. You're going to see a collapse of these systems. This and because the aging population, and well, people putting into the pot, and then eventually, and you need to continuously, and with social healthcare systems, you need a continuous economic growth in general. And if that starts to halt, you start to see the system start cutting back and becoming inefficient. You need constant revenue basically pumping into these. Go ahead.
Okay. So as far as that goes, I don't how exactly would a privatized healthcare system contribute to higher birth rates? Because currently the data indicates that
Hmm?
there's a few leading causes of lower birth rates
Oh, we
in
know this
developing
already. Yeah.
and,
I,
and one of those is urbanization. Urbanization almost always leads to lower birth rates.
mhm.
The other one is obviously education of the population. More educated
Yep.
people know how to use birth control, and they tend to have fewer kids as a result.
Yep. Correct.
Which is, I don't think anybody wants to logically remove that. And B,
No.
cost of childcare is one of the top three reasons you see a reduction in birth rates. And in privatized systems, that cost is far accelerated. So how would a privatized healthcare system,
Even with
encourage
these
higher birth
current
rates?
right, so you can't force people to have kids in general. With this I already know. But even with these systems that emphasize, such as France is another one declining with birth rates. And as the UK, they have nannies to do this for you. You pay taxes, the service there come help you in social health care. It still doesn't help control currently the birth rate issue. But it's like there's still another system they have to pay into. And what do you think the first ones are going to be cut when eventually the immigration temporary fix for the band-aid we're putting on the system right now is going to fault? It's so like the only way you can do it basically is creating economic growth, and so the reason why I think the lower birth rates are happening over into these social safety nets, European and our neighbor Canada as well, is because there's a huge tax burden. And one of the biggest things that I left poverty with, this is an anecdotal experience, you can review this if you want to, of course, is that I had a low tax bracket in here in the States, and I could invest my money more into the private market sector to boost myself out of poverty, and that's a good thing. And I don't think they have it. And so the idea is that in general they have these systems that help it, but when it's forced by you, you can't dictate where you invest your money in general. So if you don't somehow like I don't want to invest to healthcare, I want to save money, you can't.
All right. So as far as that goes, yeah, actually, like there's really good studies to indicate, and because we have other nations that have
Hmm.
socialized medicine, and we know for a fact that socialized medicine is significantly cheaper on the individual. Okay, you do have higher taxes, but you end up
Hmm.
spending less money on actual privatized healthcare, and so you end up
Hmm.
saving money. So as a business owner, and I might want to add that even though I vastly radically disagree with you on this point, you're a successful business owner, so does it really matter for the profitability of your business if you're paying 6% in taxes or 6% out like overhead costs to other companies? It's still 6% of your income being burned up, correct?
Uh, Based on health, you said about healthcare wise in the
No,
states.
no, I'm just. This is a hypothetical for you as a business owner. If you have 6% going out, to another company to cover overhead costs, or you have 6% taxes, on your bottom line, it's still the relative same, correct? Because you're losing 6% of your income for one cost or another, correct?
It's not because I can dictate it where I can go, and then if in general, and so I can usually get a better market price, like within the company. So one of the private things great about this is that inherently, like general doctors are cheap. And, it's usually healthcare that actually beats them up. So the current system we have in America isn't the privatized factor; it's the monopoly in healthcare. We do have a monopoly. I agree on this, and so like we don't have a free market. And I believe this strongholdedly. So you see why the increase in America is not working is because it's the access and the right to establish into this market. Like there's a
All right,
hold on it,
so
it's strangling.
what I'm trying to get to a point here. So the issue is, if say I told you you would spend 6% more in taxes, right? But you would spend of your total income, you would spend 6% more in taxes, but you would spend 10% less, for example, on healthcare. Like which do you think? Obviously, as a business owner, would it not be more profitable for you to spend
Oh,
6% as opposed to 10%? Say, I guess put it this way: say so you're spending 10% on private medicine, right? Say you're spending 10% of your income on private medicine, or you can spend 6% of your income on socialized medicine and have better efficacy of treatment. Basically, meaning your
so
your
question is,
the
do
treatment
I
that you
have
receive is
do I
higher
have the
Sure.
quality.
option?
Wait. In that theory, Apache, can you also purchase privatized medicine as well?
hmm
Like if you have socialized medicine, can you do both?
Can I opt out of it? Yeah.
So no,
Is there?
we're not trying to get into the details right now. I'm just trying to establish a baseline of cost. So my point being is that obviously I think it's a pretty easy thing to state that paying 6% as opposed to 10% is better for your bottom line. Correct?
Yes, but Apache, are these numbers based on the real figures, or did you just
Yes.
pull them out of
No.
your ass?
Yes, actually, because I can pull the studies to back this up.
So, like, the socialized healthcare is like about 60%, or 60. What was the numbers relative to from like the cost?
I'll have to go pull the actual studies. It's relative. It's like what you end up paying more in tax, like 5 or 6%. And
Uh-huh.
what you save of your total income is like 10 or 12%. It's quite a lot, especially
These
for the
are
American system.
This is a pattern that occurs across many countries with socialized healthcare, like
Yeah, of
where
course. Like this,
it's
like
like
for
average or
example,
something.
even in the degraded form that the NHS performs at currently, right? Dollar for dollar, how much the average citizen spends and how much the government spends, their healthcare system still outperforms ours,
Yeah,
despite
ours
being
is
shit.
ours is pretty fucked in like lots of ways, right? But I feel like we're tabling that issue to like just discuss like this abstract cause of like should healthcare be like a social issue, or should it be like in private hands? Like should it be government funded, should it be provided before by tax, um which is collected by the government.
Oh
So
yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I agree with your point you made earlier that if the government is there to protect you, healthcare is one of the leading ways to protect people. And I would also point out the founding fathers would agree with this, since they provided to the movement of doctors during several pandemics. In early America, they provided for the movement of doctors and enforced quarantines at gunpoint. I might add.
Yeah, I think it's
So they
wrong.
would definitely agree.
Just because someone does something that breaks the morals, like what doctor doesn't mean that necessarily it's right.
I'm going to say the people who wrote the Constitution and founded the country definitely believed that healthcare was fell into the purview of the government.
But
I think their opinion
right.
matters, but it's not crucial, right? It's sort of like religion, right? Jesus' word matters, but I'm not gonna like pin my life on it,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
that is my stance on the founding fathers, like let's interpret them, let's heed their words for sure. Yeah.
I generally agree. Like I kind of like, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the general founding fathers. I just find it
Mhm.
irritating when, especially conservatives, constantly reference the Constitution and the founding fathers. Then they
Right.
find out, well, the founding fathers did things like for example, the whole prostitution thing we talked about before. Like the founding fathers looked at prostitution as a necessary evil. They didn't ban it. They didn't make any provisions
No,
against it.
no,
They
no,
didn't
no,
even
no, no,
think it
yeah,
was
no, no.
immoral.
You're right. You're right on that one actually. But it was that was in the 1800. That's a different time where they banned prostitution. Started with a lady that got a little too powerful, and so one of the politicians that she basically was seeing decided to ban it to kind of get back at her. I know. I'm not. I understand that already. I'm not really against prostitution in general, but I don't really think people should be, I guess, arrested for it. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I
Um,
mean, like we're generally libertarian. We agree there.
Regarding the founding fathers' views, I feel like prostitution is like relatively minor compared to what I think is the central issue, which is like the tension between democracy and property rights. Being that wealthy landowners will have their property redistributed if everybody can vote, and so they actually sided with the property owners on this one. And so that I think is like Chomsky refers to it in his Requiem for American Dream. I think it's like well documented, right? That founding fathers like made the Senate harder to reach for like made the Senate the higher house, made it harder to reach for like the local people, and yeah.
Since you brought him up, I want to a little personal brag put in here. I have actually met and spoken with Noam Chomsky at length in real life before.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a picture. I have to go back to my brother's Facebook and find it, but there's a picture of me, my brother, and one of our friends with Noam Chomsky at our university.
I was the biggest fan for so long, right? And I was kind of skeptical. I'm a huge fan of Chomsky. I still am. Like he's like seminal, right? And he's really cool, smart as fuck, right? Even as a nonagenarian or whatever. But he's kind of like his stance on AI, neural nets, like it's kind of like uncharitable. Like he sort of says that they're a good tool, but they're not interesting for science. And I think that like tools and science kind of illuminate each other, right? Like the telescope is a tool, but like it furthers science, you know. Like I'm not sure, but he talks shit about like neural nets and stuff, which is like I think he presents a good argument. And then the whole Epstein thing, which I'm really sad to bring up. Like he has like there's some like financial things to Epstein, innocent until proven guilty.
I mean, like, well, at the end of the day, even if he, even in my opinion, like, and I'm not going to get shit saying this on the podcast or whatever, but whatever, I'm going to stick to my guns in public or on the server, whether or not I'm being recorded. I've made the statement before that if I had
Let's
a leader,
fucking go.
if I had a leader that, for example, if I had a leader that, you know, he provided the best quality of life for everybody. He provided for the long-term survival of humanity, taking us to the stars, so on and so forth, right? But every 6 months he had to rape, torture, kill somebody, right? And we had to feed this monster every 6 months. I would actually be okay with that. We would chunk somebody to the monster every 6 months as long as that individual provided for the billions upon billions of humanity, the rest of humanity, the billions upon billions of other humans in a incredibly performative way. Okay, so and it's a utilitarian perspective, right? Like, is one person every 6 months worth the improved quality of lives and advancement of the human species? I would argue that it is. So narrowing this down to Chomsky, do I like what Chomsky potentially did? Fuck no. However, like, I'm not. He doesn't get a pass. Obviously, he needs to be. If anything happened, he needed to be held responsible for that. But I'm not going to throw his ideas out. You know, I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. If he had some personal fucking hang-ups and he did some shit that society should have to handle him for, okay, so be it. That doesn't necessarily mean that his ideas were bad. I evaluate even like individuals like Hitler. You have to evaluate their perspectives based on the quality of their perspectives and the information therein, not necessarily upon their personal moralities.
That's right. It's an ad hominem, and his arguments still stand, but it's an unfortunate blemish, right? And it makes me sad, kind of, because like
by a long shot.
Ethos, you know, it damages the ethos, which is like a powerful part of argument, which I didn't realize when I was young. Like ethos, pathos, logos, right? Like what the fuck is ethos? Like, but then like, yeah, ethos, like it matters to fucking the plebs, you know. Getting canceled, getting not canceled.
It does. It damages the movement. It damages the left movement quite heavily. Although I would say that at this point, considering how many people have been wrapped up with Epstein, there's not much. There's not many people on the right that can say like, "Hey, our right-wing people were never involved with Epstein." No, they were. Epstein was getting everybody. But yeah, it does significant damage to the movement, and I'm really fucking disappointed in him, to put it mildly.
Let's go back up the stack, back up to what we were talking about earlier, which was regarding healthcare and whether it should be paid for by tax. That's how I would frame it. How do you guys feel about this? I think like we covered this issue about like protection, like which is something I wanted to bring up, and then like if the government's supposed to protect you, it should provide healthcare. It's like
Well,
I don't know how that
that's
can be.
not fundamental what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to do an delegation, control borders, and it has a right to dictate interstate commerce, which is between states. Which there's an argument to be made that healthcare could be one of that. You have to really push it though. But
So this kind of makes me feel like healthcare is supposed to protect commerce, but not people. And like I don't know, sorry, I missed government,
Mhm,
right? Like,
mhm.
and is that what we want out of like what government? Like, what does government mean to me, right? Or you, right? To us, right? Like, it
Mhm.
means to like this, like what we all can agree should be done. Then let's
Oh,
optimize that, right? Let's do it in bulk. Let's do it. Let's batch it, and like have some central thing do it, right? Some
I
central
rather I rather have I rather have agreements with at least 2/3 of the state before we make that document happen. And that's why we have this. That's why we have the conversion of states. No one invokes this. Like inherently, state rights are important. Each state is like a nation of people. They have their
So
own
are you saying this
constitutions
the
and
state
beliefs.
should provide healthcare? You're saying that
You
the
get,
healthcare should be a state issue? Is that what you're saying?
oh yeah, sure, yeah. If you like, I have state. I have 30% of the Ohio budget goes to 13% of the population. That's healthcare. It's
Then we're not
Medicaid
in
and
disagreement.
social Buckeye.
Then there's something well, there's something about
It's a
like
federal issue, isn't it?
yeah, I'm not saying state or federal. I'm just saying pay for by tax, like a collective social thing, like as
Hmm?
opposed to like purely like private, like one-on-one, like like purchase like a service from like a healthcare
I,
provider, which I think is also a good solution. But like I don't know the details, right? And like something about the nature of government as this thing that should should protect people and should uh protecting people's lives is like I don't know, like kind of the function of the superego, yes? Or
This when it comes to the government's role. If we all agree here that the government is supposed to provide protection and security for the population, then healthcare definitely falls under this, along with, for example, providing emergency service, police, fire, air, evac or EMS services in general. Um, I think that healthcare definitely falls into the purview, just like the military or economic protections would, primarily because if you have an unhealthy population, it degrades the quality of life in your nation and literally does threaten the long-term survival of your nation. For example, currently in America, you mentioned something before the podcast started, Ohio, that you don't want the government regulating things like sugar, correct?
no, I know. So they do it already. I know in New York and other states. I don't think it's constitutional. I mean, my constitution prohibits this.
All right, so the issue here is that I completely disagree with that. So if we're going to talk about this in the context of like fitness, for example, let's
If you
go
want to
out.
regulate the FDA regulations, like it's showing what the consumer, understanding what the consumer is, what they're consuming, that makes sense to me. I mean, like the label in the back, if it's at 38 grams of
Oh,
sugar, you should know that 38 grams of sugar is bad for you.
well, the issue is I would definitely be in favor of the government, for example, like basically effectively banning added sugars to the vast majority of foods.
Mhm.
So we have really good indication to believe that corporations, well, it's no reason to believe. I mean, this is well established research that the food corporations in particular, are adding sugars, like added quote unquote added sugars, right?
Yeah,
So almost
it's
every
labeled
major,
underneath there. It
every
says
major
natural sugars and added sugars in the back of the package. We
yeah,
know this.
almost every product available. And I would like to point out, are you familiar with the studies that indicate that sugar is more addictive than cocaine?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw it can be
So
addictive.
they're
Yeah.
literally putting, especially for small children. So in almost every product for small children, you have enormous amounts of added sugars. And this is by no means, I do not believe this is a mess up on the aspect of the corporation. This isn't a mistake. They are intentionally
attack it.
attempting to addict your children to their products. Okay. And on top of that,
Hmm.
as a result of added sugars, bad nutrition, and a sedentary lifestyle inside the United States, are you aware that our military is now struggling to find viable recruits because
Oh yes, we know
in
that.
many, they have had conditions where the new military recruits' bones are breaking under the stress of training, something that did not happen before. Like you go back to my generation when I enlisted, And we ran motherfuckers basically to death right out there. I remember like dudes on our ruck march fucking falling over, and the drill sergeant fucking kicking them, telling them, "Get the fuck up, you bitch! Get the fuck up, you pussy!" You know, just kick them into the fucking ribs. We didn't have anybody's bones break under stress. Now, despite the enormous amount and potentially undue stress that were placed upon those recruits,
Sounds like a
however,
boomer psyop.
even
Sounds like a
standard training,
we
even
millennials are
standard
hard
training.
folk. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
well, even under standard training these days, they have
We go
recruits
hard,
bones
bro.
breaking just due to lack of nutrition. Okay, so I would say that if once a nutritional issue has become that advanced that your recruits are breaking bones and unable to perform in your military, then I think that's the point at which the government should definitely
If you
step in
want,
and be
if
like,
you
you know
want to do a
what,
health
no
program
added
for the United
sugars.
States government in general,
Well,
we
let
did
me
this
finish.
already.
Let me finish. They should step in and be like, "Yo, corporations, maybe we should ban added sugars to, I don't know, basic bread products and everything that isn't considered a confectionery or a sweet. All right, that's not an abject confectionery or sweet. No more added sugars in any of these products. Maybe the government, if the people can't regulate their own intake and the corporations benefit from addicting the people to their food, maybe the government should step in and enforce that shit at the point of a gun if necessary."
I don't think inherently adding to sweet food in general is American palate. And actually, I argue that our sugar reduction in America has been gone very low. This is why aspartame has become pretty big, and artificial sweeteners in general that aren't sugars are coming more popular because there's a culture shift already for general health has been happening at decline. And we didn't target obesity rates. We didn't target overweight rates. We targeted obesity rates. We did lower it by predictive measures. With in general, it was supposed to be like 48% of America was considered obese. We hit like 38, I think. So we did lower it by 10% by predictions. It's still not enough, but we're making a shift towards this. It's just because we are correcting general standard health, and it takes a generation for this in general to happen. Is that we're correcting the old food pyramid to be, let's call it a food steroid. These are taught initially in health class. You can put some regulations down, I guess. Some place in New York in general still has obesity rates, even though they have higher taxes on sugars. There's things that we can do that we don't need salt and banning sugars in general. You can make a populace, which we did this in the 50s too, with every American needs to be in a gym, during JFK, and informing them on health and nutrition values. And this is when we were, of course, going to war. And this is what we did, and we do have a more stationary life, but I know when you have school budget cuts and among other things in the states currently, and standardized programs and among health resources and et cetera, health class and gym class is put in the back burner. Which I look at my grandfather's gym class growing up versus my gym class, and it was pathetic. My gym class was playing volleyball. And his gym class was doing push-ups, jumping jacks, running around the track, and climbing ropes and obstacle courses. That's not like something I had.
Well, the issue is my issue is less the gym courses and everything else, and it's not banning sugars in general; it's banning added sugars. So there's a difference between sugars and added sugars. So, for example, if you bake a piece of bread, right? Bread, the way we generally produce bread in America, it's going to have some bread inherently is a carbohydrate.
6 grams of sugar.
There's going to be some sugar in the bread, all right? But we're talking about is added sugars to that product, okay? Added sugars to for things like, for example, oatmeal to make it sweeter, all right? Things like that. I'm not talking about all sugars. I'm talking about added sugars. Secondly, as far as like, I forgot where I was going with that. It was a secondary point that I'm supposed to be going to. So basically, the where was I at? Never mind.
I'll summarize. First, he wants to ban apple pie. Next, it's gonna be baseball and fireworks.
No,
So
my larger point. I forgot. Hold on. Let me give me 1 second. Let me finish the larger point. So now I remember it. So it's not just banning added sugars. Do a lot of things like give tax breaks for better health checkups. For example, this could be combined with, for example, a socialized healthcare system. We could be, you could get better tax breaks. Better tax breaks for this. We will subsidize your gym membership to some degree as long as you take care of your health. And overall,
this would reduce the cost for the U.S. government and the average person. Would it reduce the cost? Would it decrease the profits of the healthcare industry? Yes. Would it decrease the profits of the food industry? Also, yes. However, like comparing those profits to our long-term sustainability as a nation and the health of our population, I think it would be a fucking even trade.
And health and insurance companies currently, which I think we still need to revamp this, does this. You have to get a health check or else your insurance premium will erase. And they actually and one of the features of having health insurance, at least the majority of ones I know, at least with 80-20%, is they offer a gym program too, and they also punish if you smoke. So they try. So the private industry kind of already predicts this.
Have you
The
guys heard
insurance
of the
industry
network
is
state?
literally the leading cause that our healthcare, the primary reason our healthcare costs are so high currently. You're aware of that,
well,
right?
yeah, but yeah. So the general, like it's a monopoly. Hospitals are in cahoots, and then people should be able to dictate prices. I agree. I know that's a general, but they also know the point how to save themselves money. And so, even though they're evil, there's also pros to it. So I can look up both saying this is a bad system, but here's the pro of them knowing something is that they know that preemptive care, which is what you were talking about, is a good thing, and they promote preemptive care by saying, listen, if you in general, go see a checkup once, twice a year. We won't raise your premium. 2, if you go to the gym, we'll give you even a discount if you work out. And it, and of course they go selective things. Now, I'm not a big fan of this in general. I think we need to break up the monopoly that we have here, and people should know prices when they go into it. I think and certification need laws that they use to strict out competition and friendly the friendly competition. We could lower prices to the average citizen here, which inherently would be better for American if you even had the private industry of healthcare or want to pay out of pocket. I mean, sometimes my local checkup doctor that's not through private insurance is about $35. Hospitals is where the majority of the bill seems to be. It has to be with subsidies from the federal government and as well as the federal government not paying a certain amount and the hospitals putting that on the private sector. So it's about 2 interference systems we have right now. One is about Buckeye Healthcare. Is Medicaid is another one saying we're not paying this, you're paying this, and like, okay, that's fine. We'll push this cost instead over on the private sector.
Yeah, Apache, you know how you were talking about added sugars, right? It
Yeah.
made me wonder about like possible like ways to get this to like ban added sugars, right? Or to like set up like society where added sugars are not a thing. And so it's basically I'm trying to like segue into a discussion about the network state, which is this guy Balaji's idea about the successor to the nation state. He sort of sees nation states as like kind of for one, it's a misnomer. It's based on like natality, nation based on natality, common birth, right? So there's some nations that are states like Japan. There's some nations without states, like those people in Spain. I can't remember. And there's like and there's states that are not really nations. Like for instance, the United States is more of a melting pot. But they've been around for so long, right? Like after the French Revolution, there's some idea of like the nation, this like state that's like it's like much bigger than a city state. It's like a country, right? So we have countries, and but we also have the internet now, and so the idea is basically like Meetup.com on steroids, where you assemble online and then you get people that are aligned in values, and then eventually you guys crowdfund like property, and then you if you reach like a critical mass, you can negotiate with states, like this kind of idea. Does that make sense? There's
Yeah,
things like Shopify that have huge like annual revenue. The Shopify revenue annually rivals the GDP of Switzerland, Greece and or New Zealand. Yeah.
And so I just wanted to comment. We'll talk about that. I'm going to comment on that in just a second. But you actually did remind me of what I originally wanted to say to Ohio here. Because you
There you go.
mentioned that like we're moving away from added sugars. The free market is moving away from added sugars.
Yes.
And you pointed out that we're moving toward healthier options like aspartame, correct?
Well, aspartame is not healthy. No, that's why I see an increase in aspartame used as a sweetener. Aspartame is not. I don't think aspartame is healthy. So you just see zero sugar foods becoming more popular because people know sugars are bad.
I agree.
Aspartame,
Yes.
I think, linked colon cancer supposedly in some lab rats. We don't know. America's system is not a precautionary; it's a reactionary system where we let stuff hit the market. If it seems negative health effects, then the company itself will face lawsuits, and then the federal government usually will like ban it. That's usually how it goes.
So you're a fan of the reactionary system. That's what because you're against things like stepping in and going ahead and taking preventative measures like banning added sugars. And I would like to point out that yeah, the market is swinging heavier to aspartame because aspartame is addictive and it causes a variety of issues. It's not just cancer; it's brain fog and anxiety. Like aspartame causes enormous amounts of anxiety, and lab creatures have been tracked to cause. It's
The
been
problem
shown to
is
cause
that
enormous.
yeah,
Let me finish up real quick. It causes enormous anxiety in humans as well. So we have, which has made me wonder that just because of this increased use of aspartame and zero sugar foods, and so on and so forth. Is this part of the reason we're seeing such like obviously we have a declining society in America thanks to, in my opinion, capitalism. But I wonder. I often wonder if things like aspartame.
I think currently we're during a
But
recession.
let me finish. Let me finish real
Down.
quick. Let me finish real quick. So, I mean, obviously, once again, like because of capitalism, I think that we already have a lot of problems that people are anxious about. But I also have to wonder if this movement toward zero sugar foods and the introduction of enormous amounts of aspartame into the food system does not rapidly contribute to this. Is it's anxiety, brain fog, a host of psychological issues, and the cancer-causing aspects of aspartame are pretty fucking well established. And if this is what the free market does, like it pivots from added sugars to something that's even worse, that literally causes cancer, like, I mean, why are we a fan of the system?
Well, because we believe it like our system like this constantly. You're not guilty till you're proven innocent. You know, we've always been a reactionary system. You just don't hit the bugs and ban it currently. You wait till the system happens, and then the person who's selling it is responsible, and they take legal action against them. And currently right now there's too much countermeasures right now in the food studies because even I don't know that. At least I looked up into a year, by the way, so I'll let you know that. But aspartame has conflictive studies, and not just by like multiple boards of scientific studies and health groups, which you can look like on each one, and so they're constantly conflicting. And so it's kind of hard to get a straight story straight.
Studies
They're conflicting because the corporations
exactly
host studies. That's why.
funded them.
So there's food studies and there's federal studies back and forth. They're conflicting. It's confusing for me on an academic basis because the point of boards in general are supposed to be non-biased evidence that no matter what they are, which you can look up the food, which by the way, food studies they have the corporations' food generally have food have about to every study known to man. Like they're in everything, even the ones that conflict theirs, they're in that too. They pay their fucking checks, which is like so you're up to the committee, and like I don't know. I'm not a food scientist to know exactly how aspartame affects besides what I can only read. It's kind of hard for me, but until like I see more established evidence, like hopefully in 5 years we'll ban it. That's why we banned a couple red dyes back in the day because it was cancerous. We found out it was cancerous. That's what you do. Like and then that's what all America has done. Is like it's like we look at it, see how it goes, and then we ban it. You know, if it's and I don't think it's necessarily a bad system.
Why can't we take proactive
the product
measures?
Is good.
Why can't we take proactive?
Because we're not authoritarian. We don't do this. We don't say that you're guilty. It's not how this works. It's
But
like
hold on.
what it is.
If we know a product is damaging for the population, right? We know a product we can prove that a product is damaging for the population. Who gives a fuck if a corporation is making profit off of it? It's degrading it has a significant negative health impact on the people. Why can't we take a proactive step like many nations, for example, Europeans do this, even more socialist nations like Cuba and Vietnam have even banned certain products, right? Proactively. You can call that authoritarian, but at the end of the day, which do you care about more? Do you care about your people's health? If this is the most effective way to protect your people's health, and it's proven to be more effective, why not employ this method?
Not more effective.
Is it not?
Hang on.
Is
They're
it
just
not
not more
already
effective
employed?
at all. Because
Let me jump in a bit.
Go ahead.
So is it not already employed to some degree? Like, are there not like FDA trials and like
The
different
RFDA
things.
trials, correct?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we have like nice
So this is a process of this preemptive banning, right? Like of like things that might be toxic, and so I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like a preemptive, like a reactive kind of divide. I think we're sort of talking about like authoritarian, libertarian kind of like should the government step in and say that you are not allowed to consume these things even though you want to, and I think that's yeah, maybe you could elaborate on that, Apache.
Yeah, so the FDA have food trials in
Alan,
general,
yeah.
and they have smaller ones, and they say, okay, according to the studies, it looks like it doesn't infect people, and we're allowed to release. If FDA deems certain food studies to look to be bad, they ban it. We've done this in the early 2000s. We banned a bunch of cancerous products out of food. Like people think we still get that pink stuff in meat. That thing has been gone since 2003. People think that we used this pesticides that are cancerous. That's not how it goes at all. And people think this red dye is now plant based. And like it's been like that for a while in general. Like wax in apples, people think that gives you cancer. Like no, it doesn't. The wax is a plant-based wax from the regular apples, just to make it shiny. That's so.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not
But my
cancerous.
point, my question is why. Then what is exactly your issue with proactively banning chemicals that we know are damaging?
Because it's not how our system works here. I don't believe banning proactive things is against the moral values because in general you are preventively saying this is wrong, while any factual studies on the whim that we think this is bad because it's not tested on humans. And this is how we get certain trials done with medical here. You have to put it into the
So-
system. You just don't ban it. We have to put chemicals out there. We have to do the right thing. There's a good net cost to this. And,
So we-
and
so we have to
I
project-
don't think this is bad. It's
Well,
the
it is
best
bad.
interest in general.
It is bad. It is
And-
very, very
and
bad.
and
So you're
contradict
going to
the two.
subject.
You have a right to sue.
You're going to subject my children to your harmful chemicals that you know that we have good evidence to believe are harmful because you think
No,
it's
you
immoral.
don't. You have conflicted evidence. You're absolutely wrong.
I think
Because,
on
like,
the,
No,
that's
no,
the case.
we're
The
dealing with
FDA,
this-
depends
we're
on
dealing with
the,
this-
depends on the
the
You're
context,
dealing
FDA
with
would
this
have banned
currently.
it by now. Their job is that's the Food Administration.
That's just not true.
With aspartame, it's
absolutely
bad,
true.
right? With aspartame, like I feel like it's hard to argue that aspartame is healthy, right?
Aspartame in high
but in a
concentrated
general,
amounts is bad.
in a general way, right? Like, like how do you know it's good or bad, right? Like you have to get concrete, right? Like,
Well, let's handle this down. So, as far as like the argument about the FDA, that's not how we do things. You know, you're right. It's not how we do things. You know what we do in America? We allow companies to poison babies for profit. Okay, if we want to actually get this podcast going and get some aggravation in here, let's fucking do it. Because we allow in America, we literally allow corporations to poison babies for profit. That is not a joke, by the way. The FDA is heavily infiltrated with CEOs and high leadership of previous food corporations. All right, they leave their corporations and they immediately take places in the FDA. And the FDA does things like allow Gerber Foods and a variety of other baby food organizations to give toxic food to babies. It's been going on. If you don't believe me, you can go ahead and Google it, and I'll provide the source here in a minute.
Hang on,
But basically, they found out that since the 90s,
so aspartame's been since the
Hold on,
1980s.
let me
by the
finish.
way. I'm gonna post this into the chat right now. I'll let you finish, I will. And showing that each study, including outside of America, shows aspartame into the federal government, including around shows that shows studies about health. You have a concern about it, it's already on information. So hang on one second. I'll post it. I'll post it right now.
So my point being is that our system is corrupted by the corporations. The corporations take their high-end leadership, CEOs, other high management board setters on the different major food corporations. They end up in the FDA, right? And the FDA basically gives a slap on the wrist or a pass to these other corporations. One of the most egregious examples of this is the baby food issues we've come across in the past few years. So basically, since the late 90s, there was strong evidence to suggest that Gerber and a whole bunch of other baby food companies had toxic amounts of lead, zinc, and other heavy metals in their baby food. All right, heavy metals that cause significant brain damage to small children. And the government did absolutely nothing about it. The FDA did absolutely nothing about it until recently, right? When there were massive lawsuits levied as a result. Okay, so you're talking like 2 decades plus of allowing these corporations to reap profits when the FDA and the U.S. federal government knew that they were literally poisoning children. And the companies would do things like misrepresent their toxicity findings. What they would do is they would test the product before it was processed, All right, like say the carrots, for example. They would test the
Mhm.
carrots before they were processed and be like, hey, these carrots have the acceptable amount of lead in them, right? But by the time it got through the whole process and was canned, it had, for one of the cases, was 15 times the exceeded maximum limit for lead in food. 15 times in baby food, okay? Which is very damaging to small children. And they would test the product at the beginning of the process, but not at the end. They wouldn't test the end product, which is incredibly fucking dishonest. Okay, and the FDA
Yeah,
allowed
that's
them to do
fraud
that.
and illegal. We
And on
already
top of
know
it, you
this.
were talking about fraud, illegal corruption, but this is what happens when you prioritize profit over public safety. And we could have
Yo,
preemptively
Boop.
taken
What's up?
actions to do something
Hey,
about this.
Hey, how's it going, Boop?
it's been a while.
It's been a long
So,
while.
so, in,
It's been a
so in
fucking
general,
while.
so in general, corporation is falsifying evidence in
We're
general.
recording a podcast right now, by the way.
In general, that's
Like,
that's not following regulations or anything. We know lead is bad. We know
Yeah,
magnesium is
join
bad.
the
We know the
stream.
sterile. And then soon as came to light the evidence and get enough case, because you need a case to convict a company that is illegal, that you have the right to sue and then fine them for what they are. Now you want to have higher fines or say that you don't have a right to do business or take or revoke their business practices. Sure, that's a punishment in general. But again, we just don't deem inherently people as bad people. It's like you have to have evidence
Saying
against
bad
it.
people. I'm saying ban a product that we know is damaging
Yeah, but
before it
that
damages
wasn't
anybody.
damaging in general because there was enough
My
evidence
baby,
based of it.
my baby shouldn't have to get sick. So your
It's
morals are.
not. That's not how it goes. You don't deem a whole entire corporation, a general person to people, and say they broke
I'm not
crime
talking
while
about
to
a
advocate
corporation.
evidence. That's what you're advocating for is mob mentality, and this is not how it works in our country, and you know it.
It's not mob mentality.
It is because you said that without evidence. We think we have subjective data in general, which it came out to light that they were doing it. So thank God for that. But we had subjective data at the time where they were conflicting arguments, so we weren't sure. So then, until that came to light, where they were it actually came to light, they were doing it. They were deemed, it was taken care of, and then it was doing it. Now, I'm sorry for the people that lost, but I think it's better for our current system at what it is to not have a mob mentality and a due process. Due process is a good thing for our society.
And due process would be something like experimenting on a product, being like, yay, hey, this product has shown to cause, for example, aspartame with cancer in rats. And then you say in concentrated doses.
I posted the safety of aspartame in main chat. There's been not
Yeah.
only of the America but the UK as well to show the negative and effects into what certain amounts are bad for humans and what is not. The current level of aspartame in 2 drinks
Well,
are
can I
not.
finish?
It's a safe measure. Yes, go ahead.
Can I finish? Can I finish? So, for example, you're right. Aspartame in small concentrations isn't necessarily bad. However, when the enormous, like for example, it has some addictive traits. We have reason to believe. And on top of that, a lot of people, it's marketed as, oh, this is sugar-free, yada, yada. So people consume enormous amounts of aspartame as a result. For example, I know at one point I was consuming 4 to 5 supposedly sugar-free drinks a day, right? Filled with aspartame. And so when you begin to engage like that in a lot of society, especially in America, they engage with these products in such a manner, it does begin to become toxic. Brain fog and anxiety begin to cause significant problems. And there are studies to indicate this, all right? We could do things like, if you really cared about the health of our people, we could significantly limit the amount of aspartame in these products, significantly limit them, remove added sugars. People would eat a more bland diet. So fucking be it. They're healthier as a result. And you could, it doesn't mean you ban everything. Like for example,
I
pastries,
disagree.
which are known to be. Let me finish. And it's not just aspartame; it's a variety. Like once again, added sugars is something that we have very, very good evidence that causes significant amounts of problems in the human body, from diabetes to addiction issues, literally more addictive than cocaine, so on and so forth. We could literally just ban added sugars at a certain point. All right, we could ban a lot of products. For example, BPAs, BPAs, and other like hormone disrupting chemicals that are in our plastics and so forth. Europe's done it. Europe's banned them, and I'm not talking about cracking down or saying a corporation is bad. You're evil, right? I'm talking about removing a product that we know is harmful. All right, and in the case of hormone disrupting chemicals, could literally threaten the long-term survival of the human species since it reduces testosterone and sperm
It's like
count.
lead. I'm okay with banning plastics and BP. We saw that in general that it seems
So
to be bad.
that would be a preemptive ban in your take. And as far as
that
the
would be
evidence,
that would be precautionary. We still studies that BPA in general currently is bad.
what's the
Microplastics
difference between a
to the ocean.
precautionary and a preemptive ban then? What's the difference between a precautionary and a preemptive ban?
Basically
the
when
amount
you
of
do small
evidence.
Yeah, not it's based on evidence is what it is. Correct.
Well,
He
I'm
wants
you
to
don't-
see
you-
due process and evidence, right? Which you also
clearly not
agree,
talking
right?
about an
So-
evidence-based approach here. I've never said that we should just ban something without evidence. Literally
Yeah,
never
but
said
that's
that.
what it. That's
So what is
basically
it
what
preempting?
Go ahead.
Like, what is it preempting? Like some kind of catastrophe? Yeah,
Preempting
sure,
health,
before.
long-term health issues for your population. Yes, like
I
things
think
like
Ohio
aspartame.
would want that to be like, yeah, would want that timing as well. I think we're all in agreement, kind of, right? Like,
We are. If that is the case.
like it's just the specific instances of sugar and like added sugar and aspartame, right? With which is like, oh, maybe it's bad, maybe it's not. But like this, I think we
definitely
agree in
bad.
this meta where like, yeah, we should ban things are like bad. I think like we've established, like we've come to terms.
Okay, so if we're talking about an evidence-based approach, and I know you claimed this earlier. I've never claimed banning something with no evidence. Okay, or I never
That's what a
claimed
preemptive
like.
ban is.
know,
I think
Business
that was the
consequence.
tension, though. That was like a source of
Yeah.
tension, whether you claimed it or not.
So
That's like
maybe
how
you
Ohio was
misunderstood
doing
what I
it.
meant by preemptive ban. I'm talking about if you have the evidence for it, right? A preemptive ban is like, yeah, we know this product is bad. We're not going to put it in our fucking
Yeah,
food.
no, that's what America
It's
does
that
anyway. It's exactly what America's
No,
system
we don't
is.
do. We literally don't
Oh
do
my
that. We
gosh.
allowed
We do it in
baby
some
food companies
cases. We
to
don't
poison
do it in
children
other
for
cases.
decades.
It would be good if it was
No,
timely
we
all the time.
No,
Yeah.
no, because the Baby Goober food lied on their stats. Is what happened. They gave falsified food and evidence
And
to
the
the
FDA knew this. The FDA knew this, by the way. If you dig into this
where's
case,
your
the
evidence for
FDA
that?
knew
Show me
this.
the evidence. Then they should be
Okay,
fired too
fine.
and held
I'll
accountable.
get it for you. I'll
Yeah,
get
it's
it
like
for
a
you.
criminal act,
Not a problem
right?
at all.
Like a criminal act, right? Is it
The
systemic?
FDA is insanely corrupt, and this isn't a secret. Like this is a
Yeah.
well-known thing.
That's right.
And so, and is this you advocating for like more government control in the United States if you already have a
So
corrupt
would we
system,
give
which
more
doesn't go
power to
very
the
well.
FDA,
Yeah,
Apache,
yeah,
or as part of
exactly.
your regulating
Well,
sugar
what
thing
I
also?
would advocate for in this case is not necessarily more power to the FDA as it currently exists, but basically a ban on the ability for, like, for example, if you're a major leadership or you sit on the board of a health or a food or health product company, which is generally what the FDA regulates. If you sit on the board of one of these companies, you can't just take over you can't step up and take another position within the FDA. We don't only see this like in the FDA, we also see this in like in Congress. We see this in other regulatory agencies within the United States. It's not, what was the other one? It's not the FDA. It's one of the other healthcare organizations in the United States. I'm having a brain fart moment, but there's a big problem with like corporate leadership basically stepping into the place of regulatory agencies and then basically letting the companies they previously worked for slide and or giving them nice contracts. This isn't exactly a secret. If you really want to break in-depth breakdowns of this, I would highly recommend the Breaking Points news organization on YouTube. They go into this a fucking lot. They used to be a part of the Hill, a primary, a mainstream organization. They broke away from the Hill to form their own news organization, and they've done multiple deep dives into the enormous amounts of corruption in these regulatory agencies. The United States, in my opinion, is beyond insanely corrupt at this point.
That's right.
And we like to tout our corruption metrics in the world. Like, we have lower corruption than Iran. Well, yeah, it's easy to have low corruption when you've literally legalized corruption. Like, Citizens United was just the beginning.
How about a blank slate, a new document, like a fresh house, right? Like a new thing, right? A fresh state, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at, like fresh society. And so, like, are you going to like reform America from the inside, or are you going to like what? Let's look forward, right? Are you going
America's going to burn first?
Right. So we need to set up like a community online, perhaps like a Discord, right? And then like assemble like-minded people, and then like have them like police within like self-police, right? And like establish like a tradition and like a movement, and maybe that like is an avenue for like actual change to occur. And so I'm trying to like,
I agree.
network
I agree with
state
that,
stuff.
Gio.
It's the network
Ideally,
they already have a community
like
around removal of processed sugar. Actually, they actually have a community that's actually about this very thing, Apache. So if you look into the networkstate.com, you'll find that community. Maybe you can link up with them.
I agree with you, Gio. I think if we have some sort of like online, if we have some sort of online community that actually can work together on projects like this, like there's some actual foundation and ground there for change.
But the only issue I have here is I would love to see the United States change peacefully. However,
So
I
banning
personally
added sugar to food, by
let
the
me
way.
clarify. Let
Go
me
ahead.
clarify something I said earlier, real quick. I personally would love to see peaceful change to be an option with the United States. However, I believe that the corruption has gotten to such a point and has gotten so rampant, so accepted by the upper classes, and so pervasive that it will continue, and it will continue to degrade the quality of life for people in America to the point that violence is the only option to change the system. And I'm not the person saying this, by the way. By the way, I would recommend. I believe you pronounce, like, I'm not French and I have trouble pronouncing names. Shit, General Analysis that came out recently. It's one of the leading organizations in Europe, so on and so forth. Basically, in their analysis, they state that greedflation and corporate influence in America and corruption has gotten to such a extreme position that they foresee long term extreme social unrest, which is a fancy way of saying blood in the street. However that goes, I don't know, but I do think that is the only option through which we're going to legitimately change America, and I'm not advocating for it. I'm saying that I just think it's an inevitability at this point, as do a significant portion of Americans, unfortunately. And I think that when these attitudes have gotten to this point, it's almost inevitable, and it's sad to see because I don't want to see that.
Yeah, the network state presents this like way forward that is like non-violent for reform, and that's why I'm like really enthused about it. Yeah, I agree that America, it's at least two countries at this point, right? Like red and blue. They don't reproduce with one another. So these ideological differences are becoming like ethnic differences, like over generations, right? Um, yeah, kind of bullish on the states, mostly because of the economic thing, the financial thing, the bank crisis. That I think that SVB was the canary in the coal mine for this kind of um, collapse of empires that Ray Dalio points out um, in his principles of the world order. Yeah, Ray Dalio is the man. What do you think about Ray Dalio? More specifically, Frank, you read his book or
I'm not very familiar with Rick Dalio. Really.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, debt
So
and the printing of money to
yeah,
repay it.
States.
We have a big issue here inherently. When I saw the $6 trillion COVID plan, because the whole entire world decided to shut down the economy, which I was advocating with, I kind of like grinded my teeth a bit because that put us over a threshold. Our GDP, so long as like our GDP in general in America was consistent with a debt ratio, we were at a good proportion. Basically, now we're well over it. We want to make 23 trillion instead of, beforehand we were at 21. So we're 2 trillion over the of what they're making. We had enough money to pay back the debt. We still do. But you see America kind of go in a slight decline, at least on growth. What will happen? But we can tackle pay back our debt. It's not going to be horrible. But there's other issues we're dealing with currently. I just think COVID was a big mess up on a global level for what the Western world was. I mean, now we had disruption of change. You see people not only in America but in every other country around us too on a decline, and it's calling people to stress, and people think we need to do acts of violence. And we never had COVID basically happen in the current market. So basically, what they said that we need to leave the market alone, and so it's correct to sell, but the market technically isn't correcting itself. It's actually taking longer than normal. Usually it takes about 2 years to bounce back. We're seeing maybe 10 years, which that means people are going to be a little bit tighter on money coming up in the current system.
For
And it
the
sucks.
The reason it's taken longer is because, once again, this goes back to corporate fucking corruption. The corporations lobbied for more and more restrictions. 50% of small businesses, or was it right at 50%
Yeah,
of small
I thought.
businesses failed
Yeah, it was. I
over
thought it was.
COVID.
Yeah, I thought
And
it
then on
was
top
like
of
it
that, the
wasn't.
corporations. Oh, let me finish. So as far as that goes, the corporations use the excuse of COVID to drive inflation. For example, there is pretty good indications from God, what is his fucking name? He wrote an entire. Why do I keep wanting to say Matt Walsh? Because it wasn't fucking Matt Walsh. Basically, he wrote a piece that tracks approximately, at the time, 60% of inflation to corporate price gouging. All right, and if you're an investor and you're familiar with like Walmart, Target, yada yada, you can go in there and
Yep.
listen to their earnings calls. And in their earnings calls, they brag basically about how they've raised their prices to very nearly the price gouging limits in the United States, which is usually about 20%. And they're raising their prices between 16 and 19% and passing this cost on to the customer. And they're seeing record profit years, and they were for like 2021, 2022. You saw a
They
lot of
are.
these companies set record profit years because they crushed small business, meaning that people had to turn to the corporations, right? And then they price gouge the shit out of their fucking products, or as close to legal price gouging as they could get. And as a result, they drove inflation to the roof. And this is on top of a few other compounding issues. For example, the production of shipping containers in Southeast Asia just doesn't keep up with demand and the increasing demand of online trade. And then the wars obviously didn't help, and the chip shortage. But generally, the corporations are accelerating inflation for profit, and it's doing enormous amounts of damage to the economy. And I'm not once again not the only one saying this. I could once again reference the Societe Generale, or however you pronounce their name, their
No.
recent analysis that they did. And I would like to point out that their analysis states that should the corporations not rein in their greed, that capitalism as we know it is threatened.
And so,
So,
I agree with you. Oh, you're still talking. I apologize.
so
Apache.
personally, I'm an accelerationist. I say let the corporations keep doing it, right? Let them create a help, and that all that does is turn more people to my side.
All right. So I'm against this. I think what they did was unconstitutional. I think the government did was unconstitutional. We have even the Bill of Rights in general, the Constitution. We have a right to pursue business and property. This is a fundamental right, and they were restricted at this point during COVID, telling they weren't allowed to do it. But the big businesses were allowed to stay open because they were deemed a necessity, right? And so we saw. You said 50. You said 50% was pretty accurate. It's all 48. It was we had 40. It was I believe about it was 40% of Ball's businesses. It was around 20-something% last time I looked into it, but because of the market drop. That's 2 generation wealth gaps this was snuffed out, by the way, because the current market was about 3 to 5 generations to reach on the top like 1% of America, and now we're up to 5 because of this. It was just atrocious, and this is because we're not holding our representatives accountable. And people don't pay attention to politics anymore, and I don't know how to do changes in our culture. I really don't. I like to ask suggestions as Space Apache, is because I care about my culture. I try to bring a light to people, but how do you get disfranchised people currently to say, look, hold your representative your representative that you voted for accountable for their actions. If they don't listen, kick them out of office. We have due process for this, and everyone's more lax. They just go bliss, and the system gets worse and worse. So of course, inherently, you see a decline in America because no one's paying attention anymore.
That's because there's a lot of time and money and effort put into making sure that people aren't paying attention. This is why I don't believe it's going to change. Humanity, or the American people in general, can't get their shit together long enough to actually agree to much of anything, to do much of anything, because damn, that's it. But either way, we're not generally going to unify, and the corporations and the government have a lot of interest in not keeping people unified. The media, their primary role, in my opinion, is to divide as many people as possible. And there's this thing called, have you ever heard of atomization of society? It's basically, do you know what an atomizer is on like a perfume bottle?
Yeah.
I actually don't. What is atomizer?
An atomizer, it's basically if you have a perfume bottle and you have a little bulb on it that you spray, and that's an atomizer. It takes a liquid and turns it into a mist, right? And this
Yeah.
is what a lot of our corporations and especially our media, our mainstream media, and it's not just mainstream anymore. It's influencers like Matt Walsh and fucking what's his name? The dude, the right wing dude that just got kicked off of Fox, Tucker Carlson, and so on and so forth. They help with this division and atomization of society so that we can't unify. And then my point being is that we potentially could if we weren't constantly fighting bullshit. And so, for example, you see this during the John Deere strike. When the John Deere strike went down, there were leftists and conservatives and basically workers of every class that stood together in the John Deere situation. And as a result, they got a lot of the demands that they wanted. And you saw this recently at Starbucks as well, although Starbucks was far more left-leaning. But the point being is that people can come together and unify. And once we do, collective bargaining is a motherfucker. They can't really do much against collective bargaining. They still need us. Until the robots are in place to take our jobs, they still need us a lot. And this atomization of society keeps that down. And these corporations and the government have become very, very good at atomizing society, and I don't believe that's going to change anytime soon. I don't believe this is going to change. The only way I think any of this is going to change is when conditions reach such an abysmal fucking level that people themselves begin to do something. And unfortunately, that is by do something, I mean they generally get violent, right? And unfortunately, at that point, it's a fucking toss-up of where it goes after that. It could turn into straight hell. It could turn into a dictatorship. It could turn into a technocracy. It could turn into just about anything when society is disrupted to that level. And that's not really the future that I want, but it's the one that I find most likely. And it's disturbing.
Yeah, I'm bullish on the States as well.
Because a lot of innocent people get hurt when this shit goes down. Lots and lots of innocent people get hurt.
I liked what you were saying about civil society and coming together and grassroots movements.
We have an issue.
All about
Yeah,
the
we
member
have.
state.
So there's issues. So we're good at pointing out the issues currently, right, in society, which I think has its flaw. But there's also some positive currently in America. Like, can we all agree that people basically unemployment rates on an all-time low? We know that crime rates and statistics are dropping since the 1960s. Working from, hang on, people working from minimum wage is around 3%. Like of workers, which is, that's crazy in my eyes, but.
Does anybody else want to address that before I rip into it?
Yeah.
No, is the podcast
Yeah, well,
ruling?
you could say they changed statistics tolls, like, you know, but it generally does happen. I know that, but we are on a decline. Life expectancy rate did go up this year. That's a plus. I know I debated you before about
for
that.
the last decade, so.
Well, that's what they say. That's not the case. It goes up one every year. We're at 78 now, I think.
It hasn't been. It's actually been falling the past few years. It's been in decline.
We had one decline because of COVID. That was and suicide, and that was during COVID, and then it restabilized. A small portion did, and then we're back. We're up the uptick again.
Well, that's to be seen. But we can comment on the other issues. So, what were the other things you pointed out? That only 3% of Americans are working for minimum wage. Or let's put it this way: 3%. Let's put 3% in context. Let's put 3% in context. So, generally, every veteran you know and currently serving member of the military makes up about a little over 2% of the population. Okay, so 3% of the population working for minimum wage is literally more than every veteran and currently serving individual you know, which is quite a lot of people. 3% is actually quite a lot when you're counting 330 or 8 million or whatever we're at right now. Secondly, as far as that goes, there's a lot of people that aren't working for minimum wage. There's a lot of people working a buck above or a few dollars above, which means they're still well within the poverty class. And I would like to point out that in America, what is it, like 60% of people don't have $1,000 in savings? Or is it like 40?
Everyone's in debt. We're a debt society.
Everyone's in incredible debt. We don't have, so the majority of people can't afford a $1,000 emergency. The majority of people don't have $1,000 in savings. And there were recent metrics as well, and I would reference the Breaking Point story for this, and they referenced this from the New York Times, that in 12% of American households, the entire household is skipping meals to make ends meet, and in approximately 40% of American households, at least the head of the household has skipped meals to make ends meet, all right? And as far as the unemployment numbers go, the unemployment numbers only count those currently looking for a job. It doesn't count those not looking for a job. And I might want to point out the Our unemployment rate is really low because of gig work, all right? And the U.S. government is actively attacking the gig economy, and the corporations are actively attacking the gig economy, lobbying for more and more restrictions on the gig economy. And gig economy jobs generally aren't that stable. I mean, some of them are, some of them aren't, but it's a very unsure way in which to do business. And I would like to point out that over 2020 and 2021, during COVID, the number, for example, of new sex workers in the United States rose by like 1.4 million new sex workers were created.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not, I'm generally a big advocate of the sex work industry. I think that we should decriminalize, so on and so forth. However, the primary reason for this is because the corporations just don't provide viable employment anymore. In a lot of cases, you have low cost, you have horrible social communities, like social interactions with customers, so on and so forth. The corporations keep people below the 40-hour work week, meaning they can't receive a lot of the benefits they could previously receive, and they offer them inconsistent schedules. The average American is highly stressed, underpaid, very little money in the bank, and this isn't getting better. It's getting actively worse.
Well, so you go by state, or they go up to three things. So, like, I don't know, where I'm from, in general, my name is Ohio. The medium single family income is 54. For a family of 4 with kids is 108. That's, and based on the economic status we're from, that's really, really good. But you look something like California, which is 64 and 110. That's really, really abysmal due to the cost of living. And so, like,
my point being here, I would also like to address that. So across the nation, wages rose about 5%. But in reality, inflation is significantly higher, and a lot of that inflation is caused by
I advocate for we've done this before. It's called an economic. What's it called? We froze the economy, saying everyone's not allowed to raise the price to beat inflation, and so the interest can go down. We've done this a couple times before in the past in America, and we haven't done it pretty much since the 70s, I believe. And I don't understand why, in general, we don't evoke this, which is kind of weird because we have the right to do so. The government actually has the right to do this, and it just baffles me that we haven't, because of the current way we're in trajectory. The cost of living is still increasing dramatically because we pumped $6 trillion into the market too, and so they kind of need a market freeze. That's what it was. It's a market freeze back in my economic class from many years ago. It's called a market freeze.
Where did the majority of that 6 trillion? That's 6 trillion. Was it 6 trillion or 600 billion? I can't remember.
6 trillion. It was the first.
6 trillion. Where did the majority of that 6 trillion go?
Absolutely, it was pumped back into the corporations and market to keep it afloat. I already know that. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, it always gets me, the conservatives bitch and moan about the $1,400 checks, but that was literally a teeny tiny fraction of the stimulus package.
Nothing. Oh yeah, I tell you about it.
It's nothing. You could give every person in America $1,400, and you wouldn't spend that much money. They literally pump trillions with the corporations, who then use that money to turn around and give things like $1 billion sign-on packages to their CEOs, which is fucking retarded.
But so, where was I going with this? No, I don't remember. So basically, our homeless thing is actually down right now, and per capita, we're doing pretty good. So we have 560,000 homeless people in the United States, meaning that our system currently is promoting enough well-being so people are not homeless. You look at something comparable to like Germany that has supposedly a better social safety net, so this happens 260,000. We are 10 times the populace of Germany. And we have by per capita we have less numbers than they do. That's a good system to show that people are inherently at least not living on the streets. Now, I'm not saying in general everyone's living the greatest, but at least they're not homeless.
Well, 70% of millennials, or 60+% of millennials, live with their parents, so that's a major problem.
Well, that was always been a prevalent culture in America, believe it or not. We did it in the foundation of our nation. The boom in the era in the two family income houses started in the 60s and 70s. After the Industrial Revolution, we had enough economy. But back when we were starting up with immigrants, it was common for multiple generations to live together with their family. And actually, it was common to probably about around the 90s to live with your grandmother to live back with you when they're towards retirement to take care of it. So that was also a prevalent thing. It's been in our culture. People live for each other for a while, and it's also not only in our culture, but many other Western cultures still. It's the fairly new of you're just a singular family, the two-head household. It's a fairly new idea, even in American history.
Let's for the case and for the benefit of the podcast. Let's change the topic. You know where I stand and where you stand. I'm a pretty radical socialist, or capitalist, so on and so forth. So let's change this. Give other people a chance to speak and change up the term of the podcast. So, what anybody else have anything to say?
Yeah. I just wanted to welcome Boop to the server. He used to be admin on Intel.
Yeah, let's go, Boop.
Frank,
Hell
you
yeah.
remember Boop?
I remember Boop.
Of course. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, dude.
We love you, Boop.
What made you come to the dark
we
side,
let Boop
Boop?
around
What made you
here.
come to what made you join the Empire?
I just saw the invite and joined.
What a
welcome.
G. What a G.
But yeah, so this is what it is. But yeah, so we know our standpoints, we got the arguments, we know statistics. Basically, it's a batch. Yeah, I know I don't agree with philosophy. I absolutely hate you though. So you're all right at least. I just don't think your system's the correct one.
Get to that later. We'll have more of these opportunities.
Yeah, well.
Because you know, I'm going to bring up. I would like to get on one of them about Cuba and the misrepresentation of the Cuban system currently, but we'll get to that one day.
Yeah, one day. All right. I don't know. Most people didn't really ask much questions. I was hoping for more interaction with the crowd listening, but they kind of just listened.
Yeah, no, it was a really interesting conversation. I was still listening. You know, I have no issues with you guys continuing it.
We could always talk about the interactions the CIA, like they're gonna fucking kill my ass, but the interactions the CIA had that we can confirm, like through FOIA documents, to start.
Yeah, can we call to abolish the CIA? Like, there's a government body. I never joking with you. Fuck, it's like I don't like them. I think they should never been created. I think
your truck's definitely gonna have a major malfunction on the mountain pass tomorrow if anything happens to Ohio.
Jeez, yeah, they got me, guys. No, like I believe the guy who created the same words the guy who created them. If I knew what they would have became today, I would have made them. And it's true. They work outside the rules of our current society, and there's nothing we can really monitor them for. I can't go in the CIA documents and look into their files and say, "Well, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is wrong." Well, you're breaking the law left and right. So they're a part of society that is a whole different realm. And like, how do we check this? I don't have any authority to do it. You don't have the authority to do it. So
doesn't have the authority to do it.
Yeah, and so this is where I look at it and I go, this should never been made.
Well, I mean, technically, they can do a lot of things to regulate the CIA. However, they definitely don't do it for a variety of reasons.
No, I know.
Them or the Pentagon in many cases. For example, with the Pentagon, if y'all aren't familiar, the Pentagon recently failed their most recent audit. Right? They can only account for 30% of their funding. 30% 70% of the funding going into the Pentagon is just gone. No clue where it fucking went. 70% of the funding.
I don't trust the government for as I can throw them too. And this is why I'm not a big advocator. But the problem is I wish people hold them more accountable. Like I said this before.
Whoa, there's a big ass owl on the road. Damn, I should have had my camera on for that. There was a big ass fat ass owl on the road.
And so we know that basically most of the Senate and the Congress have criminals, have credit scores less than 600, broke the law multiple times. If I was a financial institution and you came to me and told me that you had a credit score less than 600, that you were in trouble for fraud and as well ex-felon and other criminals, I wouldn't hire you. But yes, we vote these people to run our country. I wonder, it doesn't make any sense.
Once again, why I think that is, but.
I call for a conversion of states. I think it's the only thing we need to do right now to save our country. This is the non-violent route, by the way. You take 2/3 of the states, you indoctrinate new things and laws. This is agreements of the Union. We say that these are new amendments, these are new regulations, and this is how it's going to run from now on.
But you have to have viable state leadership in order to do that, and to get that, you have to vote the people in your state out, and it's not going to happen. For example,
this is the only movement. Oh, it's you'd be shocked. You should look at the conversion of states movement currently having right now. We have it in progress. It's actually the only right policy I know of that actually is having a movement. I believe. Let me look up. I haven't looked at the map in a long time. Let me check the conversion of states map.
But the issue is like I'm not even attempting to change the society as is. I'm just waiting for it to burn, because only after it burns could something better rise from the ashes to stick to the old fucking trope. But until that point, I think that I'm not putting any effort into truly changing the system. I've spent a lot of years trying to do that, donating, yada yada, attempting to talk to people, tried to get some movement started, failed miserably. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking wait till it all goes tits up. I'm gonna get cigarettes over here.
All right. Well, guys, Intel banned me. It looks like, sadly enough, because I guess they don't like freedom and going to other places to talk.
Honestly, bro, it's good to have you back. I feel like you have a lot of friends, man, and like, you know, I feel like if you talk to them about like Intel's like tyranny, bro, I feel like they might understand.
Oh, it's just one of those things where they got scared. They came here and hung out because you got tired of someone basically.
Yeah.
Well, someone basically.
We had like a 4-day rate. We had like a 4-day rager, bro. Like we were literally all.
We were having a great time.
Yeah, we were having a fucking blast, dude.
They called us. They called
And
you
then
guys.
the cops showed up. The cops showed up and stopped the party, bro.
Yeah, they called you a revenge
no
server.
partying allowed, bro.
Yeah, they're like, hey, this is a revenge server. It's like, no, this is a potato server. What the fuck you mean? And they're like, oh, you can't go here because it's taking our people. So we're just going to ban you. And I went, bro, like we have a right to. I was like, the whole platform on Discord is designed for each people to switch off to other servers. Are you gonna ban everybody goes to a different server now, or just this one? Because this one generally we want to hang out in. Like, come on.
No, I'm pretty dumb.
So it was just it.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't care.
Like one that talks about you, bro. They like all have nothing but good things to say about you.
Yeah.
It's like like when in Intel, bro. When I'm talking to people, they're always like saying good things about you. Like when you got banned, like when you got banned like a year ago, like all the staff members like quit. Like a bunch of them did.
I know they did. It happens. I mean, it's because it was just part of the community, and then apparently it's because me and the owner was bumping heads. I just and I'm like, yo, I was like, you're not gonna tell me. Like, listen, like, it's my job to, as a person part of the community, to work 30 hours for free. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I got my own life to deal with. You're not gonna make me do that. You're not gonna. And then you said I was a threat to the server and banned me.
No.
Who did that? Who did that?
It was I don't know, Danny.
What a moron, dude. Oh my god. What a moron. Holy shit.
Yeah, me and Danny butted head a few times. It's the nature of things.
Honestly, bro, like you have a lot of friends in Ohio. I feel like, you know, if you tell them the truth, you know, and like what's going on, I feel like they'll believe you, and they won't put up with that bullshit anymore.
They believe me, but the point is that it's like, oh, I have community here, and that's what the person uses. It's like, well, there's community here, and then you don't want to go to another server, and then forget that. And there's young people, which is fine, and the people like to hang out there and do what they do in general, and that's what it is. Is that they think they know it. And I was like, well, it's like no one has a right to. It's like your parent trying to tell you at 20 years old to tell you that you have to be home by 9. They're like, you're a grown person. At that point, it's just time to go. So it's just like weird, you know?
Yeah, man. Like again, like if the reason why they got scared, man, is because if everyone came over here, like they would have stayed here, you know. And what they did is they're cutting.
They did. What happened is that they were dead over there. This is exactly what happened for a while. Go ahead though.
Yeah, they're trying to cut everyone off from their friend group. I know how they do this. Like, yeah, like it's like, dude, like they threaten me, they threaten you, and they threaten Boop and others, right? Like that's actually happened before this, and they're like, you know, they're taking away our community at any given, you know, way. You know, if we don't politically align with them, you know, then we are removed from our community and our friends. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, like why would anyone tolerate a server that does that to its users, right?
Yeah, like I don't have to stay here. You know, I come here, I'm
Here.
working like I'm doing now, and talk to people online and joke around. If I want to leave the server and go to the other one, I have a right to do so. You know, and this is how this whole network was designed to do. And it's like I'm too old for this internet drama, man. I was like, I was part of your staffing once. I wasn't very happy with the staffing and the moral things you did on your sister network 7A, and it was just abysmal. It was absolutely abysmal.
So what happened on 7A? What happened with 7A?
7A
So,
was at one point.
what did Knight Phantom say? What'd you say?
I said 7A was cool at one point. I was on there. That's how I found out about Intel.
Yeah, so I know they're trying to revamp
What's
it.
so
It
bad?
collapsed.
What's so bad on 7A exactly?
It target disfranchised people and people with mental disabilities and siphoned money from them for the false application basically of what they perceive a relationship will be with the women they presented on there from OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And they targeted those people. And like, you know, and it's great for the person who runs the server because then they get the money, and then the people who, you know, who acts like the basic cam models get a portion of the pie. So it's free work from the staff, free work for them. It's a free enterprise basically, and which is a smart business practice, I guess. I think it's immoral. I think you should operate business with morals personally. And so when I went on there for the first time and see this happen, and I was like, this is disgusting. It's like that guy who has autism doesn't know any fucking better. You took his home bank account this month, or the person that has a compulsory issue to feel validated that he has a psychological compulsory issue, so he buys people to get their friendship, and he's trying to deal with it. But instead, you put him into the server, you drag him in there to take his money. Disgusting. It's the same tactics that people the susceptible to gullibilities, such as like the older folks in America, that where, you know, foreign entities and their phone calls and scam calls would target them to get their money in a retirement fund.
Yo, is the podcast still running?
Yeah.
That's still on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or
You're not a very good capitalist, Ohio.
What do you mean?
Frank, can I ask you one question real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
What was the reason that you don't have the stream going? I liked watching it, so I'm just trying to understand why.
I can throw it back up.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a software issue or like some type of technical thing that.
No, I got you.
I'm just saying, Ohio, you seem to care about people, even if I disagree with you, which makes you inherently a bad capitalist.
No, I believe it's because I believe in free market and people's freedom of choice. Doesn't mean you can treat people unjust, and society itself should treat you as a bad person. And that's why I said people need to be held accountable. I agree with this terminology, and that's what we used to do as society. If someone was ripping you off, would you do business with that person? No, you stop going there. You tell people about it. But people stop caring after a while.
I make the argument we've never done that really effectively as a society. That's I've kind of been this way.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like what, I don't know if Gio's still here, but I kind of like what Gio was saying about how, like, if we want a better community, a better society, we need to make a model for it. And like a good way to do that model or practice that model is like online, like on a community server. I think that's a great, like a model that is actually diplomatic, and people have influence. People literally represent themselves and represent the community simultaneously instead of some sort of like authoritarian, like monarchy or something. You know what I mean? Just like, it's ideal if we all can collectively share opinions and discuss. Like literally, like me and the other two owners, we just signed a contract today, bro. You know what I mean? Like imagine if it's like one person just like making all the decisions for like, you know, thousands or hundreds of people. It's like, it's just not productive. Like there needs to be some sort of like combination or communication, group communication about like what we should be doing around here. Not just like one or two people.
Oh, homeboy, I'm getting tired, y'all. I'm gonna duck for a little bit.
Later.
Alright, Space.
We say
Peace,
just
peace,
on top,
Apache.
Thanks for your time, man.
All right.
Thanks for
I'm gonna
stopping
head out
by.
too. It was great fun having a small debate about rights and morals and all that. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, hi.
Peace.
I'd say at least we got some activity in here. That's
Peace,
good.
Ohio.
All right. Recruit more people. We need the server to be bigger. Since Intel.
Honestly, Ohio,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
bring your friends, man, like you're like one of the most popular people in Intel. I mean, if you like talk to them individually and tell them what's going on and tell them your story and the passive 7A and all that, bro, I think they would understand.
Yeah. I talked to a couple of them. They said, I'll make a false account. I was like, I guess if you want to do that.
Hmm. Yeah,
All right. Later, guys.
I think what's going on is like everyone is taking a break because we just like it was like going crazy for like 4 days, dude. It was like
Yeah,
a
we
4-day
partied
rager
hard.
and like yeah, and so I think everyone's just chilling for now. But I don't think we're gonna be fighting anymore. I think Danny and Delver are like, you know what, like we should just probably leave him alone. So we should probably do the same. It's just like kind of do our own thing.
They could ban me if they want. They banned me today because I came back here. And I was like, I didn't care. I told them.
Yeah, Noah and Cyborg were here. They joined.
Mhm.
They didn't even say anything either.
They're probably mad I was here. Like, oh my god, how dare he do this?
They came in and were silent.
Oh, they banned me. Yeah, they banned me today.
Well, cool.
They're like, because they called it a revenge server or something like that. So,
That's what they like to do.
I don't know. Like this is this is just a place where we wanted to go chill and do our own thing, and actually have fun without the restrictions and the issues of the one server and the management there.
Yeah. Hey man, you'll be okay. You know what I mean? It'll be fine. We're here.
Yeah.
And we have 2 other owners, and we're gonna like do a lot of like advertising and marketing, and this place is gonna develop into something awesome.
I believe so. If you get the marketing part down, like it's not COVID anymore, so the biggest issue is tackling somebody that's actually here. But I mean, most communities don't seem to expand more than 30 people anymore, like consistently on. If you have that, you'd be decently all right, and then that would bring more and more and more. I mean, you have what, 100 and something already on here.
Yeah, we got like
130.
130.
That's good. That's a good start.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to manage 130, but when you get around 1,000, it gets a little bit more of a headache.
Dude, 1,000 would be epic.
Yeah, that's how it started out when on the VR chat Discord. I first started out. It wasn't used for VR, but we used it for gaming. It started out with just like 10
We will
people.
be
and
incorporating VR. Will be incorporated here.
You should.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
VR,
that'd be dope.
VR is a good community.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna VR with all you guys. You guys can watch me dance with my avatar.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be
So you
so
do that.
dope.
That's how we started, and that thing blew up. So it went from like 10 to like I think we got 600 in less than fucking a year.
Nice. So how come you guys couldn't sustain it?
So the main leader basically. What happens is just Discord drama, internet drama happens. You just kind of chuckle at it, and everyone leaves. That's what happened. Like there was one of the main servers was a female, and when you have a female that everyone likes, and they're fighting for the attention, and eventually something breaks. It was sad. It was kind of weird. I saw it happen. That was basically what happened. Just like don't let one person ruin everything. It was basically her way or the highway, and it's kind of similar to how Danny kind of runs his. It's like it was her way or the highway, and if you don't like it, then get out, which is right because it's kind of like private property. But if you want a community basis, you gotta be a little bit more acceptable to different things and different ideology. She just wasn't.
Yeah, we'll be a lot different.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have too much drama here.
I don't think so neither.
Just yeah. I think
vibes, bro.
honestly, I went to I clicked, if you go to the top of the server and click invite, it will just start listing everyone that you've talked to. like on your DMs, dude. You could literally just select like each one, just like invite like your whole fuck. I literally invited my whole DM list like multiple times, and like hella people show up, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Maybe I'll put I Am Robot in here and see if she wants to kick it. That's the girl from Puerto Rico that I met.
Cool. Yeah, like the more people we can get here, bro, the cooler this place will be, and the more people will come. Like, it's all just like uphill. Like, it's all just good. Like the more traction we can get, the more traction we're gonna get. Like, it'll exponentially just start doing its own thing. Like, we've all seen it already. Everyone here, for the most part, like, saw like what happened the last 4 days, bro. It was like a fucking rager in here, and like, you know, like,
so I'm not gonna lie, your growth rate, because we had another break off. Your growth rate was exponentially more than like what was his name? I don't remember his name. We had another break off basically, and Alraz's break off. That's who it was.
Oh yeah.
And your growth rate was already dramatically higher than his. Like, it was just like 25 or 20 people, and they have stagnated.
You're saying,
fucking, he was popular too, Elraz. Yeah.
No fucking way. You're saying Elraz? Like, we did better than Elraz, dude? I heard that guy was fucking like, wow, that's wild.
I don't know. Elraz was a little alright, but yeah, it's like I'm still part of his server. It's pretty dead now, but yeah, they could basically. That's why I think Intel did what it did, because you basically had a full room of 38 people one time, and Intel was dead.
I could not believe that. When I was looking, we had 3 VCs. We had VCs crazy. The main chat was going crazy. I mean, it was something I was like, wow. And it was like within the first like 24, 48 hours.
I was fucking daily.
Yeah, you're a horn dog.
You're slaying.
Yeah, I had one weird chick that was in my. We're not streaming, are we right now?
We are.
Yeah,
we're
streaming.
We still are.
Honestly,
I was thinking about stopping it earlier when we stopped talking about.
This is the best part, dude.
Well, behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah, this is like the behind the scenes, bro.
All right, we do behind the scenes. But yeah, I had somebody in my, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's pretty quick. I mean, I've been here for 2 seconds. So.
Yeah.
You guys should try and do events that are every so often to keep the server active.
Yeah, you need events. I mean, I'll come and debate people. I'm pretty libertarian, conservative on this aspect of things. I think the way society is going is actually the downfall of it, and I think that with the corrupt government we have, we need to hold people accountable and add the limitations of people to get in to successful. Like the ceiling of the ceiling in general, and we need to filibust a couple things to make it equal and fair again. And so I haven't seen that in a while.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
I have photos here of like us having 3 and 4 VCs, bro. Like popping. Holy shit. We had like 20 people in VC.
That's
no
crazy.
way, really?
Yeah, and
dude, that's crazy.
And they were separate. I'll post them right now. I'll post these photos. Check this shit out. I got screens, dude.
That's
it
crazy.
Is. Like,
I don't even realize it, bro. I was just vibing, bro.
Yeah, we were just fucking vibing.
Right. As long as you guys follow the term of services, you guys should be fine. As long as you're inherently not like super authoritarian, you're gonna be okay. That's it. Like don't let one crazy guy ruin your whole time. Don't get to the power getting properly get to your head. And that's usually what happens in most servers I see. They build up a decent fan base, and then they collapse because one person gets too much power in their head.
Honestly, I think what makes this really special too is also that we're super community driven. Like a lot of this server was built by the community and the requests from our users who literally said, "Hey, listen, like I want this," and it's like, okay, sure.
Well, I'm gonna tag you guys in this shit, bro.
I'm not high enough to be listening to this music yet.
There you go. But yeah, like come add VR, man. They can come talk about their pixel count and their avatars for for a couple hours.
So I have a question. So, like, you think it should just be strictly technology, or should we just focus on VR, like mainly?
No, I mean
everything, bro.
Whatever we can do. Good. Yeah, I mean, you can focus like you can do objective goals first. Like you want to target the VR community.
Yeah, I
target
think
the VR community.
exactly. I think I'm gonna target with VR community just because I'm also in the VR and then I'm also in VR development and everything. And I think with 3D models and a bunch of other cool stuff that pops off from that community, it'd be like good for the server. They're very active.
Yeah, very active. They're always constantly online because they're in VR. So I mean, and they're nice people to talk to. Like I spent hours in VR chat when I was down there.
Same. I used to spend some time in VR chat.
Yeah, all the time. And I used to, so my approach to get to talk to people was like, tell me a story, and I'm matching a story. And so they'll tell me a story of their life, and I'll match them a story with one of my lives. And then we all start talking. It'd be like 3 hours of talking around a virtual fire or avatars.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of community I want here. I want able to tell me your story, and I'll match your tone. Got a funny, I got you. So come here, come talk to us, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's just like networking and socializing and communicating.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I don't see this over here, so it has to be somewhere else. Unless they put out the back somewhere. So 292497. I'm at work right now, guys. I'm trying to get done. I'm actually falling like really behind right now, like really badly.
Yeah, man, handle your business.
Yeah. It's a late start today. I had issues.
Oh, what up, Brunix?
Yeah.
What's up?
We're podcasting?
Yeah. You want to play chess, Brunix?
Sure.
Oh, brilliant! So I remember I was supposed to tell you when we started. Honestly, this was kind of impromptu. We kind of just set this up and hit record. So.
Well, in all fairness, it's.
You're about. Yeah, you're about an hour 30 in, so it's all good.
Okay.
We'll probably go for another hour or something like that.
Well, I just woke up, so it's fine. But guess I need the game.
Alrighty. Alright, guys. I'll be back.
Do we got any viewers?
Let me see. I don't think it's live. I think they're recording.
Yeah, we're not live or recording, but I am looking to getting a Twitch channel and doing recording and streaming and seeing how that goes.
Yo, check out the stream.
You should check between YouTube and Twitch which one provides you with a better what's it called?
Why not
Conditions.
both? Honestly, why not both?
Frank, check the stream.
Yeah.
Get a little chess action.
I got you on it.
Oh God, you're gonna stream my first game of the day, bro? Seriously?
Hey, it's my first game too, buddy.
God. All right, let's embarrass ourselves. Let's go. Fun stuff. What was I supposed to play? Ah, yes, this line.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, we need like Bojack and Geo and.
I know, right?
Does anyone want to talk about NVIDIA and AI? Probably not.
NVIDIA, man.
Honestly, like, talk about.
Give us the news. You should fill us in, bro. Like fill us in with that stuff. Like,
Yeah, no,
No,
just
like,
just something kind of major. NVIDIA has become the 9th company in today's money to reach $1 trillion market cap. Kind of a big deal.
Wow.
It's kind of funny because I was actually gonna invest in NVIDIA years ago just because I
Same.
felt like it was gonna be good.
Yeah,
And I didn't,
same.
but yeah.
I think NVIDIA's new AI development would be pretty cool. Imagine like any NPC being like ChatGPT.
Right, and like, yeah.
Dude, it's so good to hear your voice, dude.
Thank you.
Man, there's so many people that are back here that have been banned. It's crazy. It's like I get to relive like past friendships. Like it's really
For
weird.
really bad reasons as well, some of them.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you met V Boop.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
met him. I was
yeah,
talking to him before he got kicked or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember
he got
what happened.
in here. There's a bunch of people.
He's also my Croatian brother. So
It's
there's
like
that.
over one argument they had with Annie.
Yeah, Danny's a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah,
Danny.
you say the wrong thing to Danny.
Fuck
You say
Dan,
the wrong
bro.
thing to. You say the wrong thing to Danny one time, bro, and you're on his hit list.
Yeah.
I'm good at not doing that. So I've been talking with them the last year. They started acting fucking shady, bro. So we were just like, fuck it. Dude, that's crazy.
Well, originally
Yeah,
it
that's crazy.
started as like a fucking DM group, and then we were like, "Fuck, we gotta stop kicking everybody out." So
that's
we
so
just moved
true.
to a Discord.
I'm just like eating people every day. You guys are like, so like, what's like the theory behind the yeet? I was like, I don't know.
Everybody just cycles. That's basically what it was.
Yeah,
I
for
can't
real.
say I like this a lot more than the group chat, to be honest with you, because it's just it's
Yeah.
more to do, you know. Group chat is just like super private.
Yeah.
It's not open.
Dude, that's crazy. We had the biggest rebellion on Intel.
Yeah, hidden
I-
history rebellion. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, out of like
Oh,
the
that's pretty
fucking
crazy.
20, out of like the 20 rebellions, it's crazy. I think what's gonna happen, bro, is they're gonna piss everyone else off. They're gonna act like they're tough as shit now because they like scared everybody, and all the users are gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, I mean they gave people a taste that didn't have a taste yet, like how
Yeah.
you got a taste, right? And so now
Yeah.
they're
Hey.
kind of aware, you know. So they try to play
Yeah.
around.
This right here is the best flavor. This right here is the best flavor. What we got going on.
Yeah. Community built, genius. Community built, dude. Community driven.
Hell yeah. We the people.
We the people. Hey,
Damn.
I like that. That's got a good ring to it.
Damn straight.
If only there was a country that was founded on these same principles.
That's funny as fuck.
I have a buddy, you guys. I have a buddy. He's being sued by the South Korean government right now.
That's not a good idea.
So he has a coffee company, right? He has a coffee company, and what happened was,
It's not coffee. It's
no.
cocaine.
Listen. It's actually an interesting story, I think. So, what the event did is there's these earthquakes in Japan on this like island that happened a little while back, and like they hit fucking hard. So there was some donations that basically in Japan you have a law that is like you can't just donate money. Like you need like some sort of licensing or whatever. But because it's hit so hard, they temporarily suspended that law and they said, listen, we need guys, we need someone to donate. So everyone went and donated. Now, his coffee company later on there was a list of all the people who donated money, right? From top to bottom. And you had the option to be anonymous donor, but they went and said, well, at least maybe we get some publicity out of this. So like they went and put their name in. The thing is, they landed in like the top 50. They donated 100K, and they landed in the top 50 donors. Now there was some piece of shit South Korean politician who also donated, and he donated less than 100K, so he was less than he had less donors, whatever, smaller place. Now the thing is, you had people who donated way more, fucking Samsung, Apple, all these guys, right? They donated like millions and shit. But they all heard of them. No one's ever heard of this fucking coffee company. and people started making memes about how this politician donated less than some random fucking coffee company. And now my buddy's being sued by this cocksucker for, I guess, ruining their image or whatever.
I'm about to start suing some people for ruining my image.
Have you guys heard of
What
Monopoly?
does that even? Hold on. What does that even mean, Frank? What do you mean by that? Who's fucking with you, bro?
No, I'm playing halfway.
What you playing, bro? What you playing?
Oh, okay.
Listen, man.
I thought there was somebody I had to fucking kill, bro.
Listen, brother.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions, Smokey.
Yeah.
But,
Many men.
have you guys
Many,
heard
many,
of,
many, many
I
men.
don't like you.
Huh.
Wish death on me, dog. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me.
Okay. But have you guys heard of Monopoly Socialism?
No.
It's a game I found out existed
Ah,
today.
fuck this, basically.
I don't know how it works. Sounds funny though. Thinking about getting it. See what they got going. It's like a
Do they
pyramid.
just do they collectively give all their money to each other and then
I don't know. That's what makes it so interesting, right? That gives it so interesting, but
do they just pile all their money together and say, fuck it, let's conquer the whole world?
it's actually made by Hasbro too. So I'm interested in figuring out like what's the whole then someone made communist monopoly. Communistopoly. Crazy. Wonder how that would even work.
You just stab each other in the back. It comes with a shank. Everyone gets a colored shank.
Right.
It's a colored shank. Nice.
Like, for Russia.
What color shank would you get?
Yo, I'm gonna fucking make the best smoothie ever right now.
And I kind of want to make it too.
I'm gonna make a bomb smoothie and stare at Orange Blossom's eyes.
Is Orange Blossom too.
How come
Chili.
you don't have our faces streaming, Frank? The fans need to see Blossom's beautiful green eyes. Or their
What's up with this chess game? What's going on here? Who's
Well,
at
I
five?
had a completely winning position and then I screwed it up, and now I'm trying to get a winning
This
position
is
again.
close
That's
though.
basically
Geo gives you a run for your money, man. Geo's nice. Brunix, I thought you were the best chess player in the server. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, look at our score.
Yeah, he's right there behind them. Like this.
What were you saying? What were you saying? Big Brain Frank, what were you saying, my friend? Maybe if Vladio joins, I might be the second best, or if one of my buddies join. But until then, unfortunately.
What about morning coffee?
We'll see. Win this game. We'll see.
We will see, we will see,
Yeah,
yes, we will see. But of course,
Hey, what about morning coffee, Brunix?
who?
yes, cool.
Morning coffee. He said he played you and beat you.
Did he? I don't know.
He teaches chess as well.
Maybe.
He said maybe.
Russia.
I told you I was gonna find people that was gonna beat you, Brunix.
Except I've never. I don't
EDF
remember.
is a
person.
EDF is a chess master, apparently.
Alright, let me see. Morning. No, I don't see him in my DMs at all.
Morning coffee.
He's in
Yeah,
he's in the
different.
server.
Yeah, he's in the server. He's a fighter. He's a professional fighter or ex-professional boxer, and he chess kind of like you. He fights and he does chess.
Yeah.
We like to wage we like to wage war. It's in our blood.
Hey,
like
Seven, why
war.
you don't play chess, Seven?
Yo, because I play fucking
Yeah,
top 10.
guys, we've never DM'd each other. He's
Okay.
bullshitting you.
I play top 10 motherfucking
Okay,
PvP,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell him. Yeah, you play PvP at the Discord. Fucking. Why
Elden
don't
Ring.
you Elden Ring? Yeah, why don't you stream that, bro? We need to see you. We need to see this shit. Action.
Yeah, I gotta get that set up.
Yeah, bro, that's gonna be
It's a good
sick.
point. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
stream my PvP. I could stream my PvP matches. They're sick as fuck.
Hell
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't PvP though. Yeah, I only play like the single player.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would I stream that on here if I have an Xbox?
Oh shit, you'd have to like Elgato it, I think.
Don't they have,
Elgato.
don't they have
Yeah.
Twitch on Xbox?
Don't they have one?
Maybe.
Twitch connected to Xbox. I think it's on Xbox, like Twitch itself.
And then if I put it on Twitch, how do I bring the Twitch to Discord here?
Someone to stream it.
Let me see. Yeah, maybe I'll figure it out. I'll plan some stuff out here.
Yeah.
I do a lot of blueprinting, man. I'm just gonna like write everything down.
Yeah,
Also, instead of waging war in a chess game, I wage war of on Discord.
Hush.
Okay.
PDF?
This series.
PDF used to think he could beat me in a fight, but now that I do jiu-jitsu and grappling and kicking, he's like, oh shit.
Who's PDF? Morning Coffee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good.
Oh,
Yeah, where's Morning Coffee, dude? Did anybody fight him?
Yeah, he's here, man. He's my friend. Me and Morning go back, dude.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on.
He was here
on
last
the-
night.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even see him. I was too
Yeah.
fucked up.
You were coming in some socks.
I was fucking shaking God's hand up with Yogg, bro. I was fucking up there with Yogg teleporting and shit.
Oh shit. You doing interdimensional travel at that point.
I was going interdimensional.
But you had to flex the past, bro.
I went fuckboy levels, bro. Once you go fuckboy, you don't go back, you know?
You went fuckboy?
I've been on that path a long time.
How the cookie crumbles.
How the cookie crumbles. Runix is
I feel like a strong, independent, single man is like, so like I feel like women like almost dislike that. Like they're like, oh, like this guy's so single and so strong and so like amazing, right? They're like, I want to like lock this dude in a cage, right? So I'm gonna marry him.
That sounds kind of gay to me. It sounds like
Sounds
you have
kinda
a
kinky, not
fantasy,
gonna lie.
but you're replacing the dude with the girl.
No, dude, I've had so many girls, dude, just in my life, just like they find me, bro, and they like try to lock me in a cage, like I'm some type of like animal or something.
Sometimes it's true,
Hey.
though.
Have I ever played a D6 against you, my friend?
They're like, who are you talking to? I'm like, none of your damn business. That's who.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's make it fun for the quote-unquote viewers that we don't have yet. Alright, let's do this.
Make it fun for the viewers.
Listen, I might sound Slavic, but I don't sound gay, right? I don't appreciate this. Yes.
You sound like a gay vampire.
I've won.
Thank you, I guess.
Well, he could do a vampire.
I think.
He can do a vampire. He'd be vampiring. He'd be vampy over there. He'd be vampy.
We got
I
a
want
van.
to suck your cock. I mean, black.
He'd be a vampy boy.
Vampy boy.
Oh fuck. This is the shit we come up with, bro.
All that
So
park.
stupid. Oh fuck.
You guys trying to make it seem like Brunix is scared of Van Helsing or something. Like, he ain't scared of him.
He be vamping, bro. He
He
be
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 vamping.
For real, bro. For real.
But
Oh my god, like actually, dude.
Who win between Brunix and Blade?
Oh shit.
What?
Blade.
What do you
Blade
guys-
would win?
Alright, so if Brunix is a vampire, then you're Blade Phantom.
Okay. I like that movie when I was growing up. That was one of my favorite movies. I wanted to be Blade. I used to wear big ass trench coats trying to pretend to be Blade.
Nice.
In hot ass
out here
weather.
cosplaying.
God, that's
Oh, my
what
fucking God. Thank you
Shit.
for giving me the idea, dog. Like, that's literally what I'm gonna do. No
He was
turning back now.
projecting his
No.
inner character, bro.
Oh god.
You're so Blade.
Oh,
Like 100%, bro. Like I could see you cosplaying as Blade. That'd be
I'm
oh
gonna
my
sick.
do it.
god.
Me and
Holy
Potato going to the Anime Expo in LA. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, bro. Wait,
Phantom.
I'll go with you guys.
Phantom,
Let's
bro. Bro, I took a look at the Discord real quick. I saw Orange Blossom, like mini camera of Orange Blossom, and I was about to say, like, God damn, Phantom, what the fuck happened to you, bro? You used to look so good, bro. What happened?
oh man, I'm glad I don't look good no more. Fuck that. I don't want you thinking I look good, but my dude, I'd rather you think I'm ugly. See.
I
Really,
mean,
going
listen,
up
I
is
saw your
jump rope video.
no, I saw your street beefs thing, and like you remember me telling you that. I mean, listen, if this was your goal, you have succeeded, my friend. You know.
Yeah, that was
So-
my goal.
Well, good for you, I guess.
I went in there looking just like how I was trying to look like that.
Man, you looked fresh off the boat, my friend. Like that.
Yeah.
Ah,
I want to
Jesus.
let them know I'm not like them. I want to let them know I'm not like that.
Yeah, honestly, that's fair. That's fair.
It's just
I
different.
think.
I
mean, I will say this. If you go in a fight and you're looking this certain type of way, I think this is good sign for you as fighter. You
Yeah,
know?
'cause I could care less about what I look like. I'm trying to win.
Why don't you try to be a fighter of intelligence?
Who?
A fighter of ideas.
Who are you talking about? Well, me?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't really navigate through life without that, you know? I mean, you can, but it's gonna be like rough and like not fun. And I'm all about having fun. So
Right.
we have fun with life. Like, we try to think of creative ways to do things. Even if it's not creative, we just, we take inspiration from things and we fucking
Ano pawn? Question mark. Wink, wink. Nah, I'm kidding.
it's still even right now.
Bro, I'm telling you, Phantom, you're gonna become the front kick specialist. I
The
believe in
front
you.
kick specialist, bro, right now.
I'm feeling
I feel
it.
you on that. I love the front kick, but I'm
Bro.
trying to get my fucking cardio to be like,
Dude, you were swinging and banging, bro. That was actually
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you honestly, Phantom, you should have came in more intense, bro. You were taking it too easy on him.
nah, bro.
No, he was
I live-
picking his shots. That was crazy.
I
He was-
live
He was
behind
teeing
my.
off on that bitch.
You gotta go if you're gonna do it again, bro. You gotta go in there like Mike T, bro. You gotta keep pissed, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna be more. I'm gonna be
Animal
more aggressive
instinct.
on the. Yeah, I'm gonna be more aggressive.
Bring
more
out
aggressive.
bring out the rage, bro. Bring out your hatred. Bring out your hatred.
No.
Bring it out.
See, the thing is, bro. the thing is, I'm not Anakin.
Get the
I'm not-
purple lightsaber, bro. Blend
I'm
the
not
good and the
Anakin
evil.
Skywalker, bro. I'm not Anakin Skywalker. I'm more of an Obi-Wan than an Anakin Skywalker.
Ooh, he's my. Oh shit, he's Obi-Wanin over here,
I got the high ground, bro. I got the high ground.
bro. He's got the high ground. My G.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't
Could not
encourage
be
this
fueled.
behavior,
Could not be
goddammit.
fueled by the anger.
Damn, he was Anakin and he said I have too much power and he said don't try it, bro.
Don't try it, bro.
Don't do all that anger shit, bro. That's going to consume you, turn you into Darth Vader. I ain't about to have that happen to me.
Yeah, he ain't being Vader.
Nah,
He ain't vading out.
I'm going to Khabib.
Shut up.
I'm going to
I
Khabib.
he be Obi in it.
I be OB in it. And if I don't OB it, bro,
It's the
I
worst
fuck
one.
with the Yoda energy. Yoda is the GOAT. I
You
don't care
throw
anybody-
into that Yoda.
Yeah, fucking
You
yeah.
dip into that Yoda.
I smoke
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
every day.
He do be good.
Damn, you give that Yoda energy sometimes. Damn.
I fuck with
Yoda
Yoda.
do
dog.
be good though.
Yoda,
But,
I'm trying to tell you, like who beat Yoda 1-on-1? Who? Name one guy.
Nobody, bro. Nobody.
I'm trying to say. And Obi-Wan learned from that man Yoda.
Dude, Yoda, dude, in the comics, dude, he's like too overpowered. Bro, this motherfucker like had Plo Koon like try to attack him with all his like shit and he's just like gouging it like with little effort.
See?
You know, you wanna know why I am clearly the most powerful Star Wars character? One easy argument, okay? I have never lost to Yoda. There you go, man.
He said I have never lost to Yoda. Of course, Dracula ain't fought Yoda yet.
You know what? To respect Yoda,
Hey,
we're going
we don't
green, bro.
talk about this.
We're
We
going
don't-
green. We're
Let's-
going
let's
green for honor of Yoda, bro. Fuck yeah. We're going green, bro.
Yo, go green, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're going Yoda.
Yoda knows what's up. He got that green.
Yeah, you got that green in him.
Green used to be my favorite color growing up.
Hey, green is a color of energy. You know that?
God damn it, I
Yeah,
know it's
dude.
cliche. I know it's cliche as fuck, but for me it always used to be blue.
Ooh, yeah, that's cliche as hell, bro. But blue,
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling
people
you.
have to like it though. Someone has to like blue. Like someone has to like blue.
Yeah, that's gay as hell, bro. Honestly, bro.
Yeah, hush.
You gotta like blue. I liked orange growing up. I fucked with orange.
I don't wanna hear it from you. You would never look into my eyes while we're banging a chick. Like, where's your brotherhood at, you fucker?
Whoa.
What's wrong with you, man? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Frank. We need a title like the Apache
Ooh,
in Ohio. Like Apache in Ohio talk about like
Apache.
politics, right? And then this is like after hours, like talk, like lore behind the scenes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like different segments, different people.
I'll break it down into sections and things like that.
Break it down.
So Seven.
What's up, my neighbor?
If you don't wanna, talk about it, that's fine, bro. If you don't want to talk about it, it's cool. But what's your opinion on e-sex?
Yeah. What's my opinion on e-sex, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to know? Like, what do you want
Like
to know?
what's the in 2023? In 2023, what's the allure of it? What's the new? What are people doing in the e-sex world nowadays?
Right.
Like, what's the new?
Right.
What's the
Okay,
new
so like, I mean,
Seven's tapped in. Seven's tapped in.
yeah, we gotta know.
I meet women. I have a lot of women in real life, dude. Honestly, I have like more fun like on here. It's kind of weird.
Okay,
Damn, he likes his internet wives.
That's interesting, bro. What's the difference? What is the allure that's like makes you like it more?
Okay. So I'm banging some super hot Hawaiian chick right now. Like just bang it, bro. Just perfect bod. Just super pretty and just like loves to just come over and chill. And just the girls on here are just more interesting, man. They're just fun. They're just different. Like they have more quirkiness to them. I think they're like more interesting. We have longer conversations.
They're unique. Yeah,
they're unique. Like, dude, like I mean, this is like a social media, million people platform. Like, there's a lot of people here. So
like a candy store, huh?
Like a candy
Damn.
store.
Almost like you don't even know where
Like
to
a candy store. This man.
Honestly, bro. I never thought, I'd be the person that has like mad chicks like left on red, dude. I'm like leaving chicks on left on red, like in my real life. It's weird. It's weird,
He
dude.
said, you can't do it like how
You,
can't do it like you do it on the internet.
he's like, I ain't wasted all my time for no fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like I'm over here reorganizing my roster now, dude.
All right. So
It's crazy.
what's the number on your
Damn, he's got his Pokemon all set up.
Can you what's the number, bro?
He's got his 6 Pokemon, he's ready to go.
Damn, this ain't a game no more. This ain't a game. God damn.
Damn, he's going Nuzlocke, he's ready.
So your
he's
lineup,
in.
your lineup ain't looking too strong right now. Or what?
Let Venom, let him cook, bro. Let him cook. This guy's asking the right question. No,
Yeah,
dude, my lineup is too good, right? Like it's like
Okay.
it's like I need to
Trade? Why you want to make a trade? Like you about to do a trade?
Make a trade.
I mean, shit, dude. I'll make a trade. I'll make a trade with you.
He's ready.
Shit.
Man, but I don't know. I already know what your roster is looking like. I don't know exactly the details. Like, okay, so how much?
Yeah, what's 1 to 6?
How much you got? What's
Let's
the
go.
number? The number at right now?
What's the what weighted division are we fighting? Here?
Oh,
Wait, no, damn.
nah, you got different weight classes, dog.
Man, he's got them in different weights.
We got different weight classes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I got different weight classes. We have all weight classes over here, man. Like I'm over
For
here.
real?
Yeah, like and I'm not saying like hopefully people know what I mean by weight class. I don't mean actual weight. I just mean
No.
I'm just saying like
Yeah.
different, different levels.
Different levels. Yeah, you got like the homegirls versus like
I've got
the acquaintances, you know.
Yeah, we got a nice mix. I'm working with a nice mix, to be honest.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm chilling there right now.
Which team holds the most weight? Like what's a heavy chick, like that whole weight, you know what I mean?
What's a heavy hitter? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking heavy hitter, like just like a
Yeah.
10?
Who's a
10, or are you
homegirl?
saying,
Who's a homegirl?
Who takes it to that level? Who takes it there?
Who
You know what I
takes it
mean?
at level 10, max level?
Yeah.
Max level, max out, 99. Let's go.
I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I'm not even really talking to nobody right now like that serious.
Okay. You're a man on a mission or what? Like is that why?
Yeah, I'm kind of like no more side quests for right now, man. I'm kind of
No, it's like us. He's
Main
getting the main
quest,
quest.
main quest,
He's
you doing
too
main quest?
powerful
I'm
now
doing
for
main
the
quest
side
for a little
quest.
bit. I have to
Okay,
progress
main
the
quest
story.
line.
Yeah.
He's going main, boys.
You already built up enough.
He said,
XP going for the main quest.
He says, I want to end the game now. I'm ready. Let's go.
Shit, but he's not in end game. He's nowhere near end game. He just started.
No, we're not near end game. We're not near end game. And yeah, I just started. Like,
You've been playing side quests, right? So you got
It's been all side quests. It's been all side
You got
quests.
XP, yeah. You got that's how you
Dude,
get.
he's got XP for days, bro.
Nah, look, that's really how you do it.
But
though.
now
You
look,
never-
now I got all this loot. Like now I got like 4 swords and like fucking like you know what I'm saying, all magic potions.
He's got all the mana,
Got my
all the
backpack
health,
and everything, right? Full
all the
health, full
stamina.
mana. Yeah,
He's
right.
gonna go.
Bro, that's the cheat code, bro. That's literally the cheat code on how to beat most RPGs, bro. It's just
No.
do
You gotta be the guy.
LMA. Huh?
You gotta be the guy that fucking doesn't get like any health potions or mana and just runs in there. Just
Leroy Jenkins.
Like any skill.
unprepared?
Just unprepared. Just jump in there.
You haven't played
Oh, man.
JRPGs, bro. Like JRPGs, you can't slide doing that shit. You gotta really have what you need. When you're in the dungeon and you one potion down from beating that dungeon and you trapped in there, you can't even leave. Like
Dude, a fist only run Skyrim? That would be interesting.
Phantom knows.
Yeah, I mean,
You
said
gotta
what?
be prepared. You gotta be prepared. You gotta have all shit.
I would
and then
want to
guess
do a
what?
fist only run on
Honestly,
Skyrim.
You'll be at a high
Dude,
enough
I'm doing
level.
that. I'm doing that.
You'll be at a high enough level. You won't even need to use potions.
Doing it right now.
I already did the
Let's
fist
go.
only. Use a Khajiit.
Dude, you done a fist only, bro? Why didn't I think of this? Why didn't I think of this?
Use a Khajiit, bro. Trust me, use a Khajiit.
Okay,
Damn.
that was close.
Because they have extra damage on just hands because they got claws. You feel me?
Bro, I'm in. I'm all the way in.
And then, bro, there's I forgot what I did to get it, but like there's this thing you could do to like make your armor count as attack. So like if you have the ebony armor and you socking people out with the ebony armor on, it's rats. One punch, like One Punch Man, like you're just dead in the mouth.
Dude, that sounds so awesome. And if you get custom animations for the kill, dude,
Oh,
you can make
yeah.
your. Dude, that's cool. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in.
I wish that shit was online, bro, because I got it too. I gotta get some more mods on this computer, though. I haven't played that shit in a while.
Okay, random fact. Has anyone ever had wild blueberries?
I've had them
yeah.
once or twice, I think, as a kid, but I don't even remember what they taste like anymore.
Yeah, it's
So
been
small.
a while.
They're so fucking small. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, they are tiny.
That's
Wow.
not even a fact. That's a fucking question, you nerd.
That's what I said. Wait. I don't
You
know.
said random fact.
You're the one keeping track. That makes you the nerd, bro.
Yeah, well, you're a nerd.
Let me be myself, bro. Myself.
It's like, oh yeah, well, you're a nerd.
That's what's gonna happen if me and you get in the ring, Grenade. You're gonna think you're doing something interesting, bro, and then I'm just gonna go.
No, I'm
boom.
not. I'm gonna know that I'm gonna lose, but at least I'm gonna give it up my all before I lose.
If you know you're gonna lose, then I'll take it easy on you. But Killuminati's getting a Hondo.
Illuminati is crazy.
GG.
GG's. Yeah, I missed that.
That was a terrible game for both.
Yeah, I didn't see the pin at all, dude. Like, just I haven't been playing that much.
Yeah, oh Jesus.
Diameter Jones, bro,
buddy.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how focused were you on that game? Because you were silent.
Yeah,
Gee,
I was,
look
like,
at the
dead
fucking
focused,
evil
dude.
bar. Holy
The quality is like not necessarily good. I mean, like
You can't
I mean,
let
it's-
people be like that, bro.
we
Bullets is
did
over
we did 80 cent upon loss, so I mean technically it's better than everyone here. Still, but
Yeah, he's better. Of course, he's better. But the fact that you were able to laugh,
no, I had this on the board. What? Oh wow.
Oh.
Damn, man, I was straight losing for a while.
where, huh?
yeah, I feel
Damn.
like that like I don't know, you're like pushing that like F6 or F3. What was it? Or was it C3?
F5?
Wait,
The
you were
F1?
white just now, right? You were white just now.
No, I was black.
You were black. All right, then pushing like.
We just played the game. What do you mean?
I don't know. It's like we played two. F6. F6 to F4.
Oh
What did
shit!
you-
I
don't
didn't
know,
see
you-
this.
Like you always.
Oh,
open
I
up
had the
angle
winning
on your
idea
king.
there. Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the way you play the dash defense. I was basically transposing into the dash defense from E4. Usually you would play it from D4 F5. You know what I mean?
I've never really seen the Dutch.
There's
William,
there's
opposite.
nah, but I like it more, and I land like 70% win rate with it, so you can't really talk shit about it. It's a legitimate open.
They
It
play it at
works,
the
yeah.
pro level. The GS
Yeah,
pro?
yeah, they do. This from E4 it's not as good. It gives you a lot more chances, but from D4 it's a really solid one.
Yeah. Fuck. I feel like I need to look into the what is it? The Alpin? Is that what you're doing against?
I mean, no, that's something.
Yeah, I gotta look into that a bit. I think I'm playing it right? But I don't know whether I don't know how quickly I'm diverging from the main line.
Main line's very natural moves, to be fair.
I
Man.
put the knight back to fucking like
Well, anyway, we just killed the podcast. Congratulations.
Yeah, right. Mediocre chess.
We're at about 2 hours. We're at 2 hours 13 minutes in.
Damn. Dude, I don't know. I kind of fuck with these power slap fights. These are kind of fun to watch.
Too, bro. I've been trying to get
This
this
is
to watch
so
those
funny.
shit. They're hilarious.
They're fucking just getting knocked out left and right. It's
Frank.
fucking crazy.
Low-key
Can you
motivational.
stream? Can you stream like a third window, or is that not going to work?
I can, but honestly, we're so far into this. Let's just save that for the next video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure because like we could totally do some reaction stuff if we run out of topics. Like if we run out
That'd be dope.
if we run out of conversation, we can just like react to TikToks and react to YouTube.
100%.
I think we should react
Never
to
in the channel do we ever really run out of conversation.
Not really.
Nah.
But I genuinely think streaming TikToks is a good idea. I think that would be super interesting.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of just like review them and
See
shit.
the chaotic evil that is my TikTok algorithm.
No.
Well, we can do that really quick. If
It's
she
so fucking out of pocket all the time for no reason.
Blossom, share your stream. Like share your phone screen and let's watch it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bitch,
Blossom, you know who you sound
my
like right now? You
TikTok
know who you sound
feed-
like right now?
What?
You
What?
sound like Flapjack. Doesn't she sound like Flapjack, you guys?
Bitch, it's because I'm intoxicated. Anyway,
No way.
bitch.
Share your stream. Share your TikTok feed. We'll see it a little bit.
I'm gonna try. Okay, so I'm starting a broadcast. Don't look at my screen. Okay. Okay. Anyways, this is my wife. I like left a comment that I liked her, and so like we've been leaving comments to each other that we're married. So this is my TikTok wife. Girl, you're a bitch.
Orange hair chick.
Yes, this is my TikTok wife.
Okay, she got a cool little Marshall Mathers chin. That's nice.
Hey, BB.
She got a Slim Shady chin, but that's cool.
You
She's
and
still
I
pretty.
can bridge the distance. We can find the
Shady
pieces
chin?
missing.
Wait, what?
You know the butt chin?
It's in
What's this Slim
my
Shady chin?
A butt chin, bro.
Chicka chicka Slim Shady. Chicka chicka Slim Shady. Hotter than a set of twin babies. And a Mercedes Tadies with the windows up. And the tent blows up. In the mid 80s.
Damn, look at you go.
Oh my god, you're
Yeah.
such a lyricist.
Oh, who's she
No
doing?
way.
I need to react to my Instagram reels. That would get spicy as fuck.
Bro, you got nothing but straight twerking and big booty bitches on there.
Yeah, this is just like all my Instagram reels are just twerking.
Good shit. Good shit.
I'm a man of culture, bro.
Bro, this
Man,
man,
man, I'm good ass. Whoa, I'm good watching ass.
this
You
man
know.
Seven don't get tired, bro.
This man.
This man Seven is on a constant horny watch. But the horny police can get this man.
Constantly moist, bro.
Telling you. Nah, hey, Blossom, go to the next one.
I plan on being like Genghis Khan, bro. Like I'm just gonna fuck everyone.
Just conquer everyone.
Yeah. Like
Fuck
if I was
everyone, bro.
Nah, I feel that Drake song, bro.
Dude, if
I
I was
like
like
that Drake
Zuckerberg or
song.
Elon, bro, I would just be cranking kids out, dude.
I feel you.
Cranking kids out.
Elon's going
Just to meme society, bro. There would just be like so many people with like my genetics.
Start naming them like fucking emojis and shit, like Cloud Emoji 9.
You know what? I guess he would do a society a greatness. Because what people could do in the
I
future
love this song.
is DNA
Yes,
test
bitch.
for your blood
Yes,
and determine
bitch.
whose mother used to be a
Yeah,
skank. You know what I mean? Pretty much.
Yeah, I kind of didn't really hear what you said.
I'm sorry. I just really like K-pop girls. They just make me very happy.
I seem like you're always happy. There's nothing wrong. I like it. That's what I love about you. Like happy, bro, and that's the kind of energy we need.
Yes.
That's all the energy, bro.
For real, she got all the energy we need, bro. Like for everybody in the whole world.
Everyone in the whole
She
world.
got that twerk energy, you know.
If you guys know, she could dance, bro. She could dance for like.
She got that twerk energy, bro.
And she could dance for longer than you Shadowbox, bro.
Hell. Bro, you know, I'll be in the cage, bro. I'll be in the cage, bro, and I'll have like just girls just start lining up and just like staring in the cage. It's crazy.
Okay. All right, bro. I believe you.
Who the fuck is this giant?
I believe you, bro. Baby riding up.
Girls be trying to fucking make me catch me slipping in the cage, bro. I'll tell you that.
Man.
Yeah, the only thing with ring girls is they can be.
What could they be?
There was this one fucking guy. What's his name? I think he was a Thai fighter. After the fight, he like hugged the girls for a picture, and he got sued by one of them. And,
Oh. I'll be fucking.
and so what you'll see, and it's I wouldn't say it's funny, but like it's kind of funny because every time you see like ring girls going up to take a picture, he's just fucking running away.
I'll be,
just like, fuck this.
bro, I'll be in the ring, right? I'm trying to focus on my fucking technique and shit, and like girls will just walk up and start just like squatting like ass to the cage. It's fucking weird. It's so weird. Like there was this one, I think last time I was there, bro. Like some chick and her boyfriend came in, right? And like oh, hold on, we gotta play some music first. This is like a music story. Oh wait, someone just put it on. Nice.
Oh, I like her hair. I like their hair. I'm gonna copy.
Yeah, and like this chick just starts like just doing these weird like butt workouts like next to like where I'm working out, and like her boyfriend's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why is your girlfriend just like this shit, like just twerking like in front of the cage?" Like it's like if twerking and like working out got mixed together. Like it's like
That's
their
what
mating.
she was doing, bro.
It's like the mating call, bro. It's like a mating call. Like at the
She
club.
was doing her peacocking.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the club, girls like to be dancing and shaking their ass. Right?
She
At the
was doing her
gym,
booty flaps, you know.
at the gym, chicks will like come and squat next to you. It's like it's kind of weird how it's different.
Yeah. Nah, that's true though. That's true. They do those things.
Yeah, they'll come do the squat. I know exactly what you mean. Dude, they'll do the squat, you know, and you're fucking tired and shit, and you're just like out there panting.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm
bro,
like,
I remember that shit.
the thing is I'm like jumping around and like practicing my technique, so it's like, it's kind of like I don't know, like it doesn't bother me.
Nah,
I got like
It's
hella
like, yeah, I'm
moms.
sweaty as fuck.
I got like hella moms and like in the gym like staring at me.
I bet you you're like, bro, I gotta look good. I gotta look good with what I'm doing. I can't fuck up. Does it bring the pressure up or what?
Okay, so check this out, right? Imagine you have like 100 people watching you, right? And then like you're boxing, everyone's boxing, and some pretty girl comes and you just like stop and start talking to her. Like everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Right, you can't stop. You gotta stay focused.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Seven, I have a question, right?
What's up, you fucking homosexual?
Thank you. And this is like a two-parter. Okay. So, okay. First
We're
of
not just
all,
engaged here,
like,
dude.
do most fighters have this sort of like happen to them, or
No,
when this
no.
happens to you, are you just like pointing to the other guy? Hey, where are your hoes at? You know?
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
You gotta say that again. You gotta say that again, bro.
No, like when they come to you and they don't come to the other guy to like work and shit, are you pointing to the other guy's corner? Hey, where are your hoes at? You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't, you totally should. You totally should.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I love it. I want more. I want to see more. Yes, bitch.
How do I say it? I don't know, man. I just like I don't rub in other dudes' faces that I get more bitches than them. Like it.
See.
I don't brag. I don't like. I'll brag about it. I'll brag about it. But I'm not gonna fucking flame you for it, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be like, hey, Brunix, like you a gay ass homosexual, like you be fucking nobody, right? Like that's not me.
Oh shit. well, why'd you ask that? Why'd you ask that question?
Why did I ask the question?
Ask. My dad. Ask.
Like everyone knows, bro. I kid you not, dude. Like there's like moms in the gym that are like, hey, like you better stay away from our little chickens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some fucking shepherd dogs in that gym. You know what I mean? And I'm the new guy from fucking California. I come to Hawaii, you know, and like all their like local girls like me, bro. Like the adults are not happy about it.
The guys, bro. The guys that want to fuck you up, huh?
Yeah, but they can't.
They can't. No, they can't. That's good.
They upset, bro. They upset. They're upset.
To me, why did God make me attracted to this?
That reminds me, what's his name mate told me, like, there are two people I will never get in the ring with. It's the guy who cannot control himself, like the new guy. And it's
Wait, guys.
What?
Oh, Seb, I hope my mic volume hasn't been super loud this whole time, but we said this is like a candy shop. What's our site again? Geo, you hit us with a crazy crazy URL. What is it? The domain name?
UltimateCandy.net.
UltimateCandy.net. So you know what? I'm actually going to throw that up here on the stream as well. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you should advertise our shops where you're at it. Wink, wink.
Do you guys know what an everything
I'm
shower is? Do you know what an everything shower is? Can you understand this TikTok?
Oh yeah, everything.
An everything shower.
Yeah.
You wash your hair, you like shave your face, you
Right,
shave your whole
right.
body.
Yes. You spend some extra time shampoo and conditioner.
You exfoliate. Why shampoo and conditioners every time you wash it? The fuck?
Really?
Well,
you shampoo your hair every day?
The curly
Nah,
curly girl.
3-in-1.
Honestly,
3-in-1.
set me straight though. I suck with my hair. I feel like I'm not unlocking the full potential of my hair. Everyone sees me, they say your hair is
I'm gonna tell you
beautiful.
what you need to be doing.
Tell me,
so
tell
your
me.
hair, you need to wash it, okay? So like
Tell
once
me.
you shampoo it, you need two different conditioners and a moisturizing cream. Alright,
You greasy.
so
That's what she's saying,
every
bro.
time you
Crazy.
Wash my hair.
right?
I need to unlock my curls. Honestly.
Right?
You wash your hair, but first thing she says is you need to wash your hair. Bro, Frank, what's going on, man? You not washing your hair?
Anyways.
No, if
but
anything, I
honestly, who
gotta
has your hair
maybe wash it
texture?
less.
Like this
Right.
kid, right? Just like go on TikTok and like do what they do.
Yo, send me that. Can you send me that right now? Can you DM me that? Can you DM me that video?
Yeah, they're not hiding. They're not hiding. They're not gatekeeping anymore.
Thanks, Orange.
They're not gatekeeping all the secrets.
He's cute. I'll follow him. I like. My son's probably gonna have hair like him, so I should follow him.
I mean, that is sown.
Oh, this one looks like you.
Yeah, can you send me that one too?
Well, no, I can't because I'm lazy.
Okay, whatever. Did you send me the first one? Did you at least send me the first one?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I know you will. It's all good.
I don't know. We should be advertising. Like we need to change the website to network website, not Ultimate Candy, bro.
Well, it's just a starter.
Like literally, I know, but Trank, literally, like the whole point of this podcast is to get people to join the Discord, right? So if people are joining the website, it's not going to help us.
No, they can't join
Well, from the website,
Necessarily true, actually. That's not necessarily true.
The website acts as a
Like,
funnel.
we need to keep the same brand, dude. Like we got to keep the same brand here. Like it needs to be network like .net. You know what I mean?
It will. It's just that.
Yeah, network.net. Like that's probably like you're not gonna
Mood.
get that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you put network Discord server .net, it's definitely 100% you're gonna have it.
We can do that too. It's just that he had
But
Ultimate Candy. He just had that as a.
I know,
As
but
a-
what I'm saying is like we need to stick with one brand, like one brand, dude.
Trust. 7 trust.
Okay. And if there's a way that you can put like join, like, because it says join now and it just has a link. Like people need to know that we're network, dude. Like there needs to be like a logo.
Right. We'll get there. I'll make it all pretty and everything.
Where the website at? Where'd you put it?
Yeah, send me. Hey Frank,
Yeah.
I'm willing to do the logo for a server, but like give me something to work with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Brunix, me and you, we can talk about stuff later today.
You can probably sketch something up in 3D for it, to be honest.
Yeah, and if we can do it 3D, and then if we can gifify it, and then also, because I also have to work on a banner too. We have that. We unlock that power. We have that ability now too. So.
Wait, has anyone in here seen The Great Pretender on Netflix?
Nope.
Oh, it's so good.
No, I've never seen
It's
it.
it's like the GIF that's in the main chat right now. They're like a con artist like team. It's fucking sick.
You know what? I just remembered. I'm gonna be binge watching the Jaws sometime soon for shits and giggles. I remember, and they still do this shit every fucking summer. They play Jaws. As a kid, that shit used to give me nightmares.
This is my favorite.
Like when you're
person.
going
He's
to
my
the
soul sister.
fucking
This is
summer,
Glitter
go to a
Paris.
swim, and everyone's playing Jaws.
I like you streaming your TikTok, Blossom. That's a good idea. Thank you. It's good for the podcast.
Yay! I love
Maybe the server
her.
should do like a monthly movie event.
Mother.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Mother. Yes, mother. Yes.
I'm going to church, bitch.
We should definitely do like random tournaments for some sort of giveaways.
You know what, Brunix?
so,
I was thinking about that.
Dude,
Like
let's
getting
poker,
a tournament,
mini
like a tourney
poker
going.
night,
We can do poker. We can
yeah.
do chess. All that
Is there a
stuff.
way to make?
chess, poker,
Hey, dude,
checkers,
what if we
fucking
did-
putt party and shit.
Hey, check this out. What if we streamed a podcast poker event, right? And we all put like $5 on the table.
I'm down.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? We need to make it so everyone can make events. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And everybody can just make their own goddamn events, and then we'll be having fire in here all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, okay, so
We'll be
where,
like, yo, this is Dick Day.
I'm not doing that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing that shit no more. Y'all think I'm bullshit. I'm not doing it. I don't give a
I see the thing that says custom channels, but I don't see how to do it. How to make one.
Wait.
Click to
Custom
create.
What happened?
Click to create. You just press
The little
click to
plus
create.
thing.
Yeah, I see click to create for a voice channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. For the events.
You have to go down.
Events is all the way at the
Scroll
top.
down
Wait, Phantom, are you talking about events?
Oh,
or are you talking
events?
about?
No, I'm talking about
No,
text.
I think he's talking about custom channel.
Text
Yeah,
channel?
go down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can make you one. We have to make it.
Okay. Yeah, I need.
Oh, we have to make it?
Yeah. Wait, you want the VC or the text channel, Phantom?
The text channel. I'll make the VC, but
Okay. Yeah, I'll make you one right now. Watch, I'm gonna make it right now. What do you want to call it?
Phantom's Emporium. Yeah, Phantom's Emporium.
Okay, so do you want this to be a business or just like a custom channel?
A custom channel.
Okay. How do you spell Phantom?
PH.
PHANTOM?
Yeah.
How do you spell Emporium?
EMP.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
There we go. Put a skull on there.
Oh my gosh, I love her. Her thing is like she's really strong.
Like, genuinely, like, Frank, earlier you brought up AI, dude. Like, what do you think of ChatGPT?
You talking to
Oh
me?
yes,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's huge. I mean, AI is going to be huge, and you know, let's get it. You know, I just say full acceleration. Let's just keep moving forward.
Let's go to the 10th dimension, boys.
Like, bro, like, I've been writing all those fucking speeches with GPT. That's a weird name. They need to make it like just AI chat or something.
It's called OpenAI, the website, so you just get it, say that instead.
Yeah, OpenAI is a company, but like they need to just call it like Chat AI. It would, if they just called it Chat AI, it would have blew up even more.
Well, now Microsoft owns it, so we'll see how they rebrand it and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, like I posted that in the announcements. Like I had ChatGPT write this. It says, "May the contract signing." Hold on, I gotta lower the music. Sometimes it gets like hella loud. May this contract signing mark the beginning of an exciting chapter, one filled with innovation, friendship, and endless opportunities for growth. With our signatures, we declare our unwavering dedication to the success of Discord server network and to the well-being of every member who calls it home. Like, dude, holy fuck.
I will say some of that is I don't like it. The reason is some of that is a little too subjective. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that, bro. It seemed pretty conclusive to me.
I would just change some of the wording to make it more objective and not subjective. So the whole point of a contract is that if someone violates it, you can sue them. I don't like contracts that leave room for.
Yeah, we're gonna make a bigger one, bro.
Yeah, man.
We're making a bigger one. It's just that this one is like more of like a just like an agreement.
I don't even think the contract should be public, and I think we should not have done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
the contract shouldn't even be public. I mean, but it's for morale and just so everyone's on the same page inside the server, and maybe that creates understanding here.
Yeah, the new contract doesn't have to be public. Like the main one, like that one doesn't have to be public. I wouldn't post like a fucking 5-page contract.
Well, the way you posted this one, I was like, what? Like, that's why I immediately messaged you. I was like, wait, what are we doing here?
It was like a celebration, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's great then.
Yeah, it's good for morale. I wanted people at Intel to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder. I just wonder what's going on over there. You know.
They're like, well, they're still in shock due to what happened.
Yeah, they're scrambling for sure.
Yeah, they're scrambling and they're like, all right, so like, what do we do now? And then everyone's like, okay, like since you unbanned all of us, you know, like what do we do now? Like we just got banned. Like everyone has a black ban mark on their account. Like they went from having a clean record on Intel to being banned. Like imagine like you're just a normal user and now all of a sudden you're like, dude, like I just got banned from this place for no reason. You know what I mean? Like they just created like a lot of controversy, bro. Like we don't even have to come after them. Their own users are gonna like fuck them.
Dude, we were just like, we were just partying, boys. Come on, like they just went crazy.
Dude, and honestly, I think we should rebrand. We should rebrand, get rid of all the war stuff, and really just focus on setting the vibes and just making sure that this place is just fucking wet as fuck.
This is vibing.
Yeah, man.
All the light.
Are you guys all banned?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even get it. We didn't even get the whole like nice little message. It was like, nah, fuck you. we just got banned.
Speak for yourself, peasant. I got a very nice message.
They fucking threw you out of their house.
Oh
bro.
man,
They told
No.
you could come back if you fucking
Yeah.
obey their will.
they didn't tell me shit, bro. They were like, fuck you. Like, okay, that's cool.
It's like some Pokemon background music. Yo,
Dude,
Oh.
Pokemon does slap.
yo, are we just a bunch of Pokemon kids in a fucking server now, or what?
True. That's what we need. Get all the Pokemon.
Get all the fucking like just dedicated video game people, like the real OGs.
Dude, I'm in for it. I'm just not like a big multiplayer gamer.
You know who's
But,
gonna be
bro, anybody wants to play Halo 3, Halo
Oh,
3
Halo.
on God, I'm always down.
Yo,
Yeah.
wait, Halo
Bro,
3?
Master Chief Collection?
Yo,
Halo
if you're
3
I'll
online,
play
let's go.
some Capture the Flag, King of the Hill.
Yeah, dude. I'm down for
Bro,
Halo.
let's do this.
Yo, we should have Halo nights. I'm
Fuck
so
yeah.
down for that.
Bro, Halo Nights, yes. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
bro, let's do it tomorrow.
Okay,
Fucking
we'll do it,
tomorrow,
we'll do it.
I'm feeling it.
Guys, have you guys beat Infinite yet?
Nah, that shit's garbage.
No,
I don't play any of the new Halos.
I don't have enough space for. Yeah, no.
Dude, come on, bro. We
True,
gotta do the,
garbage, Garbo.
We gotta do the Infinite campaign, bro. It's fun as fuck.
No,
You've
no,
played
no.
it?
Okay, well maybe
Yeah,
the
it's so
campaign. Maybe the
good.
campaign.
Dude, us three on
Okay, maybe
Legendary,
the
bro,
campaign,
it's
but not
sick,
the, not the multiplayer, bro.
Yeah,
Halo
just the
3 all the
campaign,
way.
dude. Let's go fuck around.
I'll play campaign.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
How
epic,
much is
bro.
the campaign?
It's free.
Eventually,
with the
though.
Xbox.
First, let's
free
play
with,
fucking Halo 3, bro.
It's free with the Microsoft Game Pass.
I'm gonna be driver.
I got the
Dude,
driver.
I'm the Warthog driver. I'm a sick driver. I'm telling you,
Wait,
if I have a
is the
gutter,
Master Chief-
bro,
Me too, bro. I'm a driver too. The Master Chief Collection, is that crossplay?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah, I have.
crossplay, bro.
Yeah. Yo, can we do ODST,
Dude,
bro?
it's dope.
ODST is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh,
See, I'm down to
shit,
do
yeah,
it. We can do
I
a
gotta download
co-op
that.
campaign for ODST because I actually never played ODST.
It's so good. Oh, it's
I've
so
heard it.
good.
I've
Dude,
heard.
that's dope.
Dude, the music is like. I'm gonna play some of the music right now. It's so good.
Yeah, next level, next level.
Yeah. The ODST soundtrack is epic. Yeah, I'm down to play some campaigns, dude. I'm always down for a Halo campaign. We could stream that too, bro. And the podcast Halo 3. That would blow up on YouTube, dude. Halo 3, Halo Infinite campaign podcast, dude. Oh, genius, dude. That can't not work.
Dude, podcasting nights with Halo, bro. Let's do one tomorrow, bro. I'm feeling it.
Oh, dude. Enough said. I'm gonna download the Master Chief Collection right now. So do we start like in order? Like, do we do 3 ODST and then Infinite? You want to do all of them? Like,
Bro, let's
Well,
do
no,
like
actually,
a
I'm about to
couple
do ODST
multiplayer.
first. Yeah, multiplayer first though.
Let's
We
do a
have
couple.
to get
Let's,
some Capture
let's
the
play a
Flags in
couple
there.
multiplayer. Yeah,
Okay.
let's get some warm up games, and then we'll go.
Guys,
we'll
I
go
have
hard.
a great, amazing game that we can play. Hold on.
It better not be something.
I have to find. No. I have to find it because I don't know the name of the top. I'm sorry. 1 second. Yeah, I found it. Let's go.
It's gonna be
No,
like
no,
Chess
it's
2.
not. No, hold on.
That's 2.
I found it. Big Bang Friendship in the 7. Hold on.
Let's do poker night too. I like poker. I fucked up Brunix bad.
You guys don't want to play poker with me? I'm banned.
There you go.
I'm banned. You know what Intel would do, bro? They like silence people like one at a time, so they don't have like revolts like this, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, there's been hella people banned that are unjustified.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, wait, Shellshock.io? Okay, so Brunix. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
insane you
fun
said
game.
that. So
It's
here,
a fun game,
I'll
like-
throw it up on here. Let's, let me do this really quick. So Shellshock is actually a game I played years ago, and it was one of the first games that, motivated me to make my own game because it's like in browser and it's very well made. The developers.
For me personally, Krunker was always that game for me.
Okay.
However, they fucked the game up. They made it so you can just fly around, and every few lobbies there's like rage hackers, and the game is just unplayable. Which is a shame. I used to love the fucking game. It was an amazing game. It was genuinely like the best in-browser game I think to date.
Can you
But
hear
they
the?
fucked it up, and it's a
Can you
shame.
hear the? Can you hear the soundtrack, Potato?
Oh, hold on.
It's a little low. for some
Where are
reason.
you playing it?
I don't
On
know.
Luna?
Yeah, this is the ODST soundtrack. It's good.
Yeah, it's alright.
For me personally, out of all the games, one of my favorite.
I like Halo 3.
One of my favorite soundtrack game-wise would have to be like The Witcher 3, or The Witcher franchise in general.
Halo 2 had a really
really
fire-ass fucking theme song, too. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so starting with Halo 3 and multiplayer.
Oh, that's a lie. I think Battlefield takes it. Actually, now that I think about it, that fucking theme song was lit.
Nah, I don't think any of them are as iconic as the Halo one. Just no way.
Bro,
I
nothing
don't know,
beats
I think
fucking Halo 3 main
Battlefield
menu.
is up there.
Halo 3 main menu, bro. That's where that was peak.
Oh, yeah, Halo 3.
You know where they fucked up with multiplayer? In
I gotta
Call of
listen to
Duty and
that.
Halo was like pre-game and post-game lobbies, bro. They fucked that up. Like back in the
Dude, that was
day-
dope. You used to Game Awards were flying. Everybody was saying Vito. You know, dude. Everybody's like Vito, Vito. That's Vito. This dude. I played Jenga. Dude, I have it
Yeah,
downloaded.
Jenga,
We're playing
Halo
fucking
3
Jenga.
Jenga,
Dude,
yeah.
we're playing fucking Jenga. No, first game gotta be Jenga. First game gotta be Jenga, bro. We're
Bro,
fucking
just play
Jenga-ing
the.
up.
You know Halo Infinite has like a custom games browser. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, dude. Jenga, Halo 3, Jenga, bro. I'm down.
Yeah, what we can do is, or we can all join a room, right? And have like a little mini tournament, game night, whatever. And then what we do is we just spin the wheel on what game to play.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Like, you know what I mean? We have like the suspense, no one knows. Because it's random, it's like, you know, a website picks it, so literally no one knows what to play. Could be fucking poker, chess, checkers. Well, maybe not chess and checkers, to be fair, it's not as friendly to multiple, you know, people and shit, unless we do tournament style. But something along the lines of, I don't know, poker, shell shockers, party, fucking. Maybe we can download some games as well, like some free-to-play games. But, yeah. I was gonna say Fortnite, but that is just kind of cringe. Unless we do the, I don't know. I mean, it used to be worse. It used to be worse, but
You better off playing Apex.
I'm not really feeling Apex, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a good game, I'm just not feeling it, so.
Yeah, but anyway, this game is great. Shell Shockers. I played it in high school, and it made me want to create a in-browser game. But guys, we're coming in at 2 hours 47 minutes. Should we call it here?
Yeah,
I
I
say-
think we did a good job.
Cool.
Well, next podcast we had to cut at 3:33, I think.
Okay. Well, listen. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been the Network Podcast, brought to you by the Network Discord. So check us out, ultimatecandy.net. This is Big Bang Frank. I'm joined by, you guys want to close it out? Potato and Seven and all the other great guys here.
CVO.
Right, and we'll see you guys in the next
When
video.
there's too many.
Bye.
We do this.